And then Thursday and Friday, we're here at the Highlands tonight. Thursday and Friday, we'll be at Seven Ranges Entertainment in Steubenville. And it is high school football wall to wall. If you want to talk about your team, if you want to find out about your enemy, whatever you want to do, you'll be able to find out about it tonight because we're gonna talk to coaches. You want to maybe you have a rival band. You may be able to find out what's going on with the rival band. So a lot going on. We're excited to bring. This is new. We saw Sports Friday on the Go was new last year. This is new this year. It's a new twist on our media days. We're still going to have the traditional media days with Rob and Jack, but this is new today, so I'm excited about it.
Well, absolutely.
And I'm looking forward to it.
And you and I will be back this fall, Friday nights, with News 9 Sports on the Go, as we kept track of up to 7 games on a Friday night and took you there for all the big plays. But let's dive right into it. Ohio high school football, Billy, some big changes announced playoff-wise just last week.
And I think it's a good move. I like the move. The last few years, they've had 16 teams in the playoffs. Too many. Because you get a 1-16 matchup, and it's just blowout city for the most part. Every once in a while, you'd have a lower seed win, but it just was a little bit out of control. They cut the field down to 12. Now, the great thing about that is the top 4 teams, they still get a bye. They're going to get a bye, so the final 8 teams are in the playoff in that division and in that region. They're going to still play those first round games. But if you're a top 4 seed, you get a week off maybe to heal up a little bit, and that's critical for those top 4 seeds. And they should get some sort of reward for being able to do that. So I like the way it shakes out.
16 teams to 12 in each region. I asked Reno Sockouch, what do you think about it? He goes, look, just tell us where to show up and when and who we're playing. Let's take a look at these regions in Steubenville in Division III, Region 11, along with Dover, New Philadelphia, and Carrollton. Dover's still on the Big Red schedule. New Philly is not. Next up, Division 4, Region 15, we see Creek, Beaver Local, defending state champ, Indian Valley, who will play at Big Red this year, East Liverpool, and Cambridge. Moving on.
A lot of people have circled that Indian Valley Big Red game this year. Ohio Division 5, Region 17, Edison, Claymont, St. Clairsville, Buckeye Local, Harrison Central, and Bellaire.
And staying in Division 5, Region 19, Meadowbrook, Union Local, and Barnesville. So we've got 2 Division 5 groups, regions with local teams. Division 6, Region 23. Big move here. Martins Ferry drops down to D6. They're in the same region as Monroe. Trail, Shenandoah, Toronto, and Caldwell. Division 7, Region 27. Steubenville Central, Bridgeport, Shadyside River, and Conotton Valley. Let's take a look at West Virginia. Only one 4A team.
And here we go. In 4A, it is Wheeling Park in 4A. We continue on. West Virginia 3A, Brooke and John Marshall. AA, Oak Glen, Weir, and Tyler Consolidated. And in Single A, Cameron, Wheeling Central, Magnolia, and Valley.
And we're coming to you live from the Highlands Sports Complex. We'll take a timeout, come back. We'll hear from Cambridge coach Kevin Gunn, and we'll talk about this week's Game of the Week schedule.
Their first team challenge, and Mother Nature shows up. The heavens have opened.
We're caught up in the hurricane.
He's cooking!
Oh, my God.
Tonight at 8 on Fox 9.
Their first team challenge, and Mother Nature shows up. The heavens have opened.
We're caught up in the hurricane.
He's cooking!
Oh, my God.
Tonight at 8 on Fox 9.
Their first team challenge, and Mother Nature shows up. The heavens have opened.
We're caught up in the hurricane.
He's cooking!
Oh, my God.
Tonight at 8 on Fox 9.
McAdoo's West in Dallas Pike is now open and ready to serve you 24/7. From flatbeds, light-duty and heavy-duty tow trucks to rotator wreckers, specialty trailers, and 40 to 300-ton cranes, we have the tools for any job. McAdoo's Towing and Crane. Our business is picking up.
Yes, we've got the brands. Yes, we've got the deals. Yes, we've got the inventory. But what sets us apart? Our people. 46 musicians on staff with 563 years of combined real-world experience. We're more than just a store, so get off the screen, get in the car, and come to the CA House Music location nearest you. Talk gear, swap stories, get advice, and play music for life.
At Value Leader Pharmacy, we're all about convenience and care. Need a vaccine? No appointment needed. Just walk right into our state-of-the-art facility and we'll take care of you quickly and professionally.
Whether it's the flu, COVID, or any of your other vaccination needs, we've got you covered. Plus, enjoy the benefits of our drive-through, over-the-counter products, and personalized pharmacist consultations.
Value Leader Pharmacy, where health and convenience meet.
No appointment, No hassle, just care when you need it.
I'm Jamie Bordas. At Bordas & Bordas, we understand that car wrecks can be traumatizing in many ways. Medical bills pile up. You may be without a car. You don't know how to deal with the insurance company. We can help. Our goal is to make the process easier so you can focus on your health while we focus on your case. If you need help after a car wreck, give us a call. It would be our privilege to speak with you.
Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice.
Family owned and operated in the tri-state area since 1965, McAdoo's West is now open in Dallas Pike. With 24/7 service and fast response times, we'll keep your vehicles and projects rolling on schedule, no matter the size. McAdoo's Towing and Crane. Our business is picking up.
And you're looking live. The Highlands Sports Complex. There's Jack Hillgrove interviewing one of the head coaches that are here tonight for media days. And we've got people everywhere. Over the course of the next 3 days, I think anywhere from 45 to 50 schools. We'll hear from 14 different band directors are going to join us. So everything you want to know about the upcoming high school football season. But what do we like about high school football? How do you get amped up?
You just have to talk about it. It's just the passion that everybody brings to the field, especially in the Ohio Valley. I worked in Pittsburgh for a little bit, and people would say, well, how do you compare Pittsburgh and the Ohio Valley, what it's like? And I said, well, I'll tell you what, the passion's in the Ohio Valley. You might get a few more guys going Division I, some bigger schools, but in terms of the passion for the fans in the field, in terms of, the fans getting out there and supporting their teams, across the Ohio Valley, I don't think you can find a place that has more passion for it.
And it goes back with our WTOV9 high school football game of the week, Thursday night rivals.
Sports Friday.
Yep. Sports Friday, what is it? It's Friday night rivals and Thursday night lights. Yep. And we've been doing the game of the week since 89, 1990, back that long. So it's always excitement about what's the game of the week schedule. Well, we've got it now. Also with a little hype video. So there's a little video, and then we'll have the game of the week schedule at the end of it. You'll see some of your favorite coaches and so forth. So
we're in that time of the year when it's everybody's got hope. Everybody, you don't know exactly what you have. It's like Christmas Eve. What are we going to get for Christmas? And then you find out about your team.
Well, here we go. Let's roll the beautiful tape and a little hype video followed by the game of the week schedule.
Untouched. Dino Burke. Touchdown. Stays on his feet. Touchdown, Wheeling Park.
And there's a look at it, the broadcast schedule of the game of the week for this upcoming season. And a lot of great matchups. You saw some clips there, some of the fantastic matchups from last season. It all kicks off August 21st with Bellaire at Buckeye Local on a Thursday night. Then Indian
Remember
Creek.
when it was just 10 games?
Oh, yeah.
It was just 10 games. Now it is jam-packed Thursday, Friday, playoffs. It's fantastic. There's some great games on this schedule.
So that first Friday night, Indian Creek at Cambridge. Then the following week, a Thursday, Friday doubleheader, Oakland at Weir High, Beaver Local at Brook. September 5th, Union Local at Indian Creek. September 12th, Lindsley at St. Clairsville. Bridgeport at Steubenville Catholic Central the 13th of September. That is Saturday game, Bill.
Yeah, Saturday game. And then the 18th, the Dragons take on the Pilots. Cameron River hook up September 19th. Steubenville at Lindsley. The Cadets will host Big Red.
And that's over at West Liberty University.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to that one. Toronto at Edison, a great backyard
great
rivalry
Great
there.
rivalry.
St. Clairsville and Wheeling Park the next night. Then October 2nd, Thursday night, Barnesville at Wheeling Central. That thing is going to be a dandy.
And Indian Creek, Harrison Central, we're talking about a great rivalry with Toronto and Edison. All those four schools, it's about, 3 minutes between each school?
I live in Hopedale. I'm right between the two schools, and there's a lot of excitement in that one. Monroe Central, Toronto, Martins Ferry at Wheeling Central, another Thursday game there that people are just really looking at. Brook at John Marshall, a couple of rivals there.
Yeah, traditional rivals there. And then
Park
Wheeling
at Big
Park.
Red.
Yeah, that's always a game that people circle on their schedule. Brook and Weir, October 31st, November 7th, Wheeling Park, John Marshall. So an absolutely outstanding schedule with quality games, quality matchups, and we look forward to bringing all of them to everybody.
And our first Friday night game is Indian Creek at Cambridge. Let's now hear from Cambridge head coach Kevin Gunn.
Absolutely. The kids, actually, they were on the team last year. They are back, and with some extra add-ons. And so I'm really pleased with the numbers that we have this year. We've got good numbers for the varsity. We got really good numbers with the junior high. And you consider you're always worried about you go 0-10. It's easy to say I'm not going to participate, but our kids have dove right into it. They've put a lot of time in the off season. And I'm very pleased at this point in time of how the kids have responded from last year. Yeah, we do. Our offensive line, our defensive line, with the experience that we have, I'm very excited about them taking it to another level this year. And so far with what we've been able to accomplish here in June, I'm very happy and very pleased and looking forward to July to be able to fine-tune some stuff.
And we'll take a time out. When we come back, we'll hear from two more Guernsey County schools as we hear from the head coaches from Buckeye Trail and Meadowbrook.
Get your outdoor space ready for summer with a new patio cover from A.J. Gray. You won't have to worry about the weather ruining outdoor activities like cookouts, parties, or well-deserved relaxation. Call A.J. Gray today, where excellence meets your home, and kick back with your new patio cover.
The WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center Breast Care Center, the Ohio Valley's only complete breast center, is expanding with more doctors than ever before, with decades of breast surgery experience and new diagnostic technology, all in one beautiful, calming space. Compassion, excellence, experience, and technology come together every single day here. The WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center Breast Care Center.
Seven Ranges Entertainment and the Good House Sports Bar bring you the hottest menu in the Ohio Valley, along with the best ribs around. Stop in for all the action on NFL Sunday Ticket, along with some great pizza and wings. While you're here, visit the Valley's largest arcade with over 150 games, 12 lanes of bowling, 8 lanes of axe throwing, 9 holes of mini golf, and a backyard area. Book your next party or event now at 100 Mall Drive in Steubenville.
JK Auto Glass is your place for professional auto glass repair or replacement. Our technicians can also recalibrate your forward-facing camera. We're locally owned in Mingo Junction, which means you're taken care of by real people who know your name. We'll even pick up your vehicle and return it to you after your repairs. It couldn't be easier.
For all your glass needs, call JK Auto Glass, where you'll always talk to a live agent, where the difference is clear.
Hi, I'm Joe from Aerosich Heating and Cooling. It could be a hot one this summer. It's my job to keep you cool and comfortable on these hot summer nights.
Escape the summer heat with a new Trane air conditioning system. Financing available on a Trane air conditioner and furnace. Call to set up an appointment.
Staying cool in the valley is a cinch with Aerosich. Call us today.
At Rorig Financial, we always put you first, making your dreams a reality with a smart financial plan. We work for you, not Wall Street. Whatever you're saving for, college, retirement, a beach house, we can help you and your family throughout your lifetime.
And we are back at the Highlands Indoor Complex, and you can see us there. We're right at midfield, and then off in the distance, the other end zone, you have a look at the interviews going on with Jack Hillgrove and Rob Metzger. A lot going on here. We're excited about high school football done. I mean, the season's right around the corner. It's going to be here before you know it. Boom, it's all right, we're here. Coaches are already nervous. You walk around, you see the coaches here today, and they're all like, all right, we got to get ready, gotta get ready. Look, coach over there, look at him, he's nervous. He's nervous over there. We'll talk to him in a second.
But first, we're going to hear from a pair of coaches staying in Guernsey County, Donnie Kearns from Buckeye Trail and Steve Norman of the Meadowbrook Colts.
Yeah, last year was a pretty successful year. We lost to some really good football teams. You lose to Indian Valley, Malvern, Kennesaw Valley, Barnesville, and Fort Fry. So we lost to quality teams. I think if you'd have told us, prior to the season, hey, you're going to play Fort Fry week 11 and you're going to have a chance to win the game in the fourth quarter, I think we'd have signed up for that and been fine with it. We just didn't close the deal. But I think the big thing with last year, we were just tougher. Our DBs covered better, our running backs ran harder, and just things that just little things that we did better than we had in the previous years.
Yeah, last year was kind of had some ups and downs. We got started off a little slow, kind of got rolling there like in the middle. At one point we're sitting at 4-3 with a strong finish would have got us in the playoffs, but we ended up falling short the last three, ended up 4-6. Good. It wasn't all disappointing. You look for those moments where you try to grow as a team, and we had those, and we were in position to maybe get into the playoffs. We didn't finish like we needed to, and so hopefully those lessons, those hard lessons that you learn when you come up short, is enough to propel us coming into this season to meet some of those goals and expectations.
And now, Don, you talked about why people get excited. It's a generational thing. Grandfathers, moms, dads, they hand it down to the family, goes and goes and goes. But then it's the journey. The two things we just heard from the two coaches just there, the journey. We had a great season. We had some disappointments, but it's the journey. The destination, you want to get to the state championship and win it. Everybody wants that. But the journey is the exciting thing because you get to go on that as a family, a football family, and we get to go along bringing everyone the highlights in the games.
What was the Journey song, Don't Stop Believing?
Exactly.
Well, there you
go.
Yeah, anyhow, how about this guy, Chance Rucker?
Yeah. He's pretty good.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Stud, they say. Yeah. Well, we're going to talk to him next. The head coach of the Caldwell Redskins on deck on Sports Friday on the Go.
Medicine. Here, it's more than a practice. It's a promise. To get you home sooner and get you back out there. To push the boundaries of what convention says is possible. To stop at nothing, no matter what. That's why medicine is in everything we do.
With everything from excavators and skid steers with attachments to floor sanders and carpet cleaners, Tricor has over 300 rental items that you need to complete your project. They also sell a full assortment of top-of-the-line hand and power tools, abrasives, fasteners, and many other items to suit your industrial needs. Need something delivered? Tricor also delivers. Located a quarter-mile north of Route 70, exit 208 in Morristown, Ohio. No job is too big or small. We have the tools you need.
I have active psoriatic arthritis, but with Skyrizi to treat my skin and joints, I'm ready for this moment. Along with clearer skin, Skyrizi helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And it's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin and better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi today. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
Tired of paying full price at the pump? With Smith Oil's mobile app, you get rewarded every time you fuel up, get exclusive rewards, and save money all in one place. It's not just about gas. There are even rewards for drinks and more inside the store. Saving money has never been so easy or rewarding. Download the Smith Oil app today and start earning rewards that fuel your journey. Smith Oil, fuel up, save more, smile bigger.
Best of luck to all football players, band members, cheerleaders, and coaching staff from Dan Stevens State Farm Insurance. Call Dan Stevens at 740-633-5433 or 740-264-4449 to make an appointment today and have a great season.
Flooding victims in Ohio County need your immediate help. Scan the QR code now to help get food, cleaning supplies, and shelter to the displaced. WTOV9 proudly supports the United Way of the Upper Ohio Valley and Ohio County Flooding Relief.
And we are back live at the Highlands Sports Complex. Don Sloan, Bill Phillips, Sports Friday on the go.
We're just getting started. Sports Friday on the go on a Wednesday. Don, we're not messing around. It's not just tonight. Thursday night, Friday night, high school football, wall to wall, and it's June. Let's go.
And we've got our first live guest. Everybody, how about a hand for the Caldwell Redskins? Look at this.
All right.
There we are. Looking
Coach brought a crew.
Good. He got his whole
brought a
team
crew.
there. He's got 4 guys with him looking good in the red. And Chance
Yeah,
Rucker, head
absolutely.
coach, and you're a former Caldwell Redskin. And if I don't mind saying, you were one of the best that year. You were a block of granite. And what's it mean to be back and coaching and doing some great things at your alma mater?
It's something super special to enjoy all the memories with these guys. And it's all about the kids is the main thing. But to come back to the community and give back to the community that once supported me and, blink your eyes and a few short years later and play some college ball and you come back and you get a head coaching position at 22, it's something super special. But just to see the community embrace me and embrace these athletes is something super special.
And put a wrap on last season as we look ahead to this year as far as number of guys coming back and so forth.
Yeah, so, we graduated a couple guys, and we've gained some more. So, the numbers are going to be at a surplus this year compared to last year. And this is probably the heaviest upperclassmen group that we've had since I've taken over the helm. I think we have 22, 23 upperclassmen, and pretty much every single one of those guys are going to be playing on Friday nights. So.
And you've got good size behind you. Let's introduce these fellas and tell us what position they play.
First beside me is Grady Masgy. He plays receiver and corner for us. And then behind me, I have Jenna Morocco. He's an all-state middle linebacker for us. I have Brody Pitts. He's been a 2-year starter, going to be a 3-year starter at center. Played on the Final Four team. All these guys have played on the Final Four team. And then I have Gyler Preston. He plays tackle and guard and defensive end. And then Mr. Dalton Agnott, he's another member of the offensive line. We're super fortunate. These guys have had plenty of experience and have over 25 games, and they've played ever since their freshman year. So.
Coach, let me ask you about that. You have a heavy upper class load of guys that have that experience. How much does that help you and your coaching staff when you want to maybe put another wrinkle in? You want to try something new where I've got trust in these guys. We built trust together. Now we can move along. How much does that help you as you go into the season?
Oh, it makes it 10 times easier. We had a mini camp a couple weeks back, just kind of like 7-on-7 practice, get the guys back into the football mood, and hell, us coaches just sat back and we're watching the kids play and have fun, and we're like, these guys are already leaps and bounds ahead of where we were last year. So that gives us the opportunity to put more wrinkles in, some bells and whistles, and have some fun with it.
Now, if someone comes out, maybe they haven't seen you. I don't know how, because Sports Friday on the go, Sports Friday, everything. But if they haven't seen you, how would you describe if someone drops in to see a game on a Friday night? What are they going to see?
Electricity. We have playmakers all around. offensively, defensively.
He just keeps nodding his head. You know it, Coach. Go ahead. Talk about it, Coach. Talk about it.
We're going to be super electric on all phases of all three phases of the football game. And
it helps be electric. Come on, when you're on turf. We've got video of that turf, man. What a change. A new stadium.
Yep.
You're on turf. Grady, you've got to be pumped to get to play at this beautiful facility.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's a palace.
Absolutely. And we're super fortunate, the community, and everything that the school district has done. And I'm getting cold chills just looking at the video now. August 22nd, that's when we unveil the beast, and we're going to be ready.
Well, Grady, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, you guys are pretty good mudders. I mean, you could definitely get it up in the mud, but this turf's got to be phenomenal.
Oh, it's beautiful. I'm really excited to play on it for sure. We've got a lot of good fans. Caldwell, it's very tight community, and they're really electric. It's a really, really beautiful field.
Yeah, it is, and nothing against the fairgrounds, though, but there was an atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
It was a great atmosphere there, and the mud. Seen a lot of big games you guys played in that. But to wrap it up, tell us who you open with and how the rest of the summer pans out.
Like I said, August 22nd is when we get to unveil the beast. Buckeye Trail comes, and they're going to be the visitors. But the rest of the summer, we camp's right around the corner. We get our practice days in, and then scrimmage prep, and then we're right into regular season. So in the blink of your eyes, the football season is among us.
In the blink of an eye, your interview's over, too. Great job, guys. Thanks for joining us, Chance Rucker and the Caldwell Redskins.
Have a great season, guys. Have a great season.
And I'll tell you, Trill-Caldwell, a backyard rivalry. Yep. What a way to debut that field. We're going to take a timeout, be back. When we come back, we will hear from the head coach of the Cameron Dragons, Tim Brown. We'll be back on Newsline Sports Friday.
On the go.
McAdoo's West in Dallas Pike is now open and ready to serve you 24/7. From flatbeds, light-duty and heavy-duty tow trucks to rotator wreckers, specialty trailers, and 40 to 300-ton cranes, we have the tools for any job. McAdoo's Towing and Crane. Our business is picking up.
At WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center, our ER doors are always open. Emergency care at WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center means now care. It means every hour care, no exceptions. We are the only trauma-designated hospital in the Weirton-Steubenville area. We are always ready. You can always count on WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center.
Hi, I'm Joe from Arisich Heating and Cooling. It could be a hot one this summer. It's my job to keep you cool and comfortable on these hot summer nights.
Escape the summer heat with a new Trane air conditioning system. Financing available on a Trane air conditioner and furnace. Call to set up an appointment.
Staying cool in the valley is a cinch with Arisich. Call us today.
Family owned and operated in the tri-state area since 1965, McAdoo's West is now open in Dallas Pike. With 24/7 service and fast response times, we'll keep your vehicles and projects rolling on schedule, no matter the size. McAdoo's Towing and Crane. Our business is picking up.
News 9 Sunrise is everywhere, making a difference for you.
Flex. This is Sports Friday on the go on a Wednesday night, and we're talking high school football in June, but it's the Ohio Valley. And it's high school football 12 months a year.
True.
Let's be honest. And let's be honest, one of the teams that had probably the best year last year, it was the Dragons, the fire-breathing Dragons.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to say this, I'm going to admit this, and I think I've said it on air a number of times on Sports Friday. I love the Dragons. The Dragon, I love your setup at your stadium. I love the mascot, the logo. I'm a big Dragons fan, Coach. So just keep it going. You guys have been on a roll lately, and I kind of skipped over what I was supposed to do, but we just didn't get to coach. You know what I'm saying?
Head coach Tim Brown of the Cameron Dragons.
You guys have been on a roll. What is it that you guys have found? What's that secret sauce, and how do you keep it going this year?
Well, you have to have talent, and we've been fortunate that a lot of the kids that Coach Rogers coached, Coach Potts coached, that I got to coach, that Scotty Holt coached, a lot of those kids have been able to get jobs and stick around, and they want their kids in that small school environment. So, first and foremost, you got to have ingredients to make something good. And I have to give it to those people because some of the genetics that have stayed around are really tough kids. I mean, you got wrestlers, basketball players, track guys, and they all play football. Yep. So that helps a lot.
Well, you hit the nail on the head on something there, too. I mean, you threw out a couple big names, from the Cameron coaching past. There is great tradition with wrestling and football in Cameron, and just that community pride at Cameron is hard to beat.
Yeah, it's a small community and it's a tough community. A lot of my kids still, they go to practice, they go off and work, and they're working out in the sun all day, and they're tough kids, and their parents expect a lot out of them. And it's hard to get that in some places, but here in the Ohio Valley, we have a lot of those schools and a lot of those places. I think that some of our kids really listen well to our coaches. When you got coaches with experience like Coach Rogers out there, and now Coach Burge and Coach Martin and Coach Gibbs and Berger, those guys, they're communicators. So they don't just, they have a relationship with these kids, and they explain things to these kids, and the kids aren't afraid to ask questions. And you'll see us get better and better and better because of that relationship, because the kids want to get good, and the coaches can explain, and the kids are smart enough to absorb the information. And then what you see is a tradition, too, of the seniors. They're helping the younger kids get better. They know that we need everybody on the team. So you get a big brother type of thing, so you don't get cliques or whatever. It's just we're the Dragons, and we're against the whole world, and so we're going to do our best.
Well, a key Dragon coming back, quarterback Cason Angel, and we're going to show some video of him. What makes him such a good quarterback, such a go-to guy? There you see being brought down, somehow gets that pass away for the touchdown.
Well, he's a multiple sport athlete, and he's a very intelligent kid. Has a good religious base to him as well. So you're getting honesty out of that kid. And you just saw him progress from the beginning of the season to the middle to the end of the season. And he went from, a beginning quarterback, first year starting, to performing in the state championship game about as well as a high school kid can perform. So we're expecting big things out of him. He's got obviously talent, but he's got strength. His legs are extremely strong. And the kid's a good communicator. He expects a lot out of his teammates, but he gets it across in a positive way.
How much does that help you as a head coach when you have a quarterback that you look at, he knows what you're thinking, you know what he's thinking, and he's in control of that huddle. He knows where everyone goes. He knows what routes are supposed to be run, where the blocking schemes are. And how much pressure does it take off of you because you can turn to him and go, I know he's in control? Well,
that's how Coach Burge and the coaches do it. They explain to them constantly so that they do understand. And the great thing that you were just saying is not only is our quarterback doing that, then we've got Carter Pacheski, a lineman that's telling everybody what to do. You got, we had a couple freshmen last year that were telling people what to do. Because they're paying attention, so it's a collective, and the collective communication has really made us successful. Like I said, you'll see us. We usually get better and better and better throughout the year.
Let's talk about your schedule. Who do you start with, and how does your schedule play out?
It's tough. I mean, we have Clay Battelle right off the bat, and then we're still looking for a game there with that Huntington St. Joe. I think they just folded, I believe, right? And, St. Mary's is going to be tough. River's tough. Tyler's tough. Tyler gave us our closest game last year, in the middle of the season.
And then we've got the River game as one of our games of the week.
Yeah, and Coach Flannery, my God, that guy's been coaching forever. I love that guy. I actually coached middle school football at Payton City when he was the head coach there with varsity. So
a little while ago.
A day or two ago, yeah.
I went, when he was a kindergarten teacher at Payton City at the elementary, I read to his students, believe it or not, way back when.
And then he had to fix what you messed up.
Yeah, that was it. Well, on that note, we're going to take a break.
Thank you, Coach. That's tremendous.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, they were getting ready to play Valley. It was in a big playoff.
Yeah. This 4th of July, as we mark America's 249th birthday, RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Newell, West Virginia is celebrating our first birthday. We're offering unbeatable savings with huge sales on our entire lineup of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and pre-owned vehicles. Whether you're looking for adventure or power, we've got the solution for you. As always, we're the Valley's leader for your trade. We'll trade anything. These deals won't last. Visit us at RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where our only focus is you.
Happy 4th of July from Powers Defensive Tactics. Your one-stop shop for everything firearms will be closed on the 4th, but come and see us when we reopen, because as a thank you to our customers and our nation, we'll pay sales tax on all sales on the 5th and 6th. We're a Class 3 dealer offering suppressors and free West Virginia handgun transfers. We also buy, sell, trade, and consign used firearms. So come visit Powers Defensive Tactics, your gun and training headquarters, located in Steubenville.
Medicine. Here, it's more than a practice. It's a promise. To get you home sooner and get you back out there. To push the boundaries of what convention says is possible. To stop at nothing, no matter what. That's why medicine is in everything we do.
There's a Vermeer 504R Series baler for every size of hay operation. Are you a part-time hay producer looking for a baler with minimal setup? Go with the 504R Classic baler. Or maybe you're a high-output operator looking for the latest technology. It'll be the 504R Premium baler for you. If you're somewhere in between, that's where the 504R Signature baler comes in. Each one comes with a Vermeer 3-year pickup warranty.
See your local dealer. D&J Sales and Service, 8 miles west of Cat, is on State Route 22.
The following are based on actual accidents.
Honey, have you seen the cat? Honey, call Rumor Loudon.
And welcome back to Sports Friday on the Go on a special Wednesday night edition. We have our media days, and Don, that is a look at Jack Hillgrove doing an interview, and you have Rob Metzger back there doing interviews, and we are here in the middle of everything in the midfield doing interviews, and the Bulldogs are in the house.
Well, nobody brought the coin. We could have done the coin toss. Absolutely. The Dogs. The Bridgeport Bulldogs are in the house. Here they are. Head coach Andrew Yawn and his team. And Coach, welcome. And the first thing I would like you to do is introduce the guys that you brought.
All right, we got our 10 guys that we brought. We got, obviously, number one right here, Ja'Kai Threep. We got Gage Drummond, Brody Brown, Ashton Smith, Matt Kuzmicki, A.J. Bishop's trying to hide in the back. Braylon Lewis is hiding in the back, too. Dylan Charlton, Owen Clark, and Chad Colson here.
How excited are you with the amount of guys that you have coming back and going into this season? Some exciting times for Bridgeport football.
We're very excited this year because we got about 14 or so seniors coming back this year, so we got a lot of experience coming back. Like I explained to these guys multiple times, we got that dangerous word potential this year. So if we put in the work and we do the things that we're supposed to do, we'll have the ability to do something special this year. Like our goals are to be playing multiple games in November. So if we buy in and work hard, focus on, like I said, every single play, those 6 to 7 seconds I keep preaching to them, being relentless in those 6 7 seconds every play, we'll be successful.
What can this team hang its hat on this year?
We have quite a few athletes on our team. So Ja'Kai, AJ, Braylon, Dylan, and some of these other guys here as well, and we have an experienced offensive line coming back too. So we got the ability to be explosive there on offense, so we want to also be able to do that on defense as well.
Coach, is that the key? I don't mean to cut you off, Don, but is that the key? You mentioned it because I just think you win with what's up front. You can have a great quarterback, great running back, but if those guys aren't up front are a bunch of dogs getting it done, it's not going to happen. How good is that group? And is that group are those guys going to be playing defense as well, so it can cut both ways?
Yeah, with our numbers, obviously we're going to have a lot of guys going both ways. So, but we got some size and some experience there on that defensive line. So hopefully that translate there as well with the offensive line. So, like you were saying, everything starts in the trenches, so it makes things a lot easier for those skill guys. So the quarterbacks and the running backs be able to run, be able to protect for the pass. So then these wide receivers who are able to make some plays or get the time to do that.
Well, let's take a look at some of this. Ja'Kai Threet sitting next to you, and he showed that ability to make some big plays here. Just talk to me about what we're seeing.
Right. So obviously showing his athletic ability, the ability to break tackles, make people miss, and be able to finish runs. So he's able to do that. We've had guys like A.J. Bishop do that as well.
You're a little animated there.
I get a little excited there on the sideline.
Oh, what's this, a punt return?
No, this was just a bad snap.
Oh,
and
bad snap.
He was able to
Okay, Ja'Kai, tell me about this play. What happened here?
Oh, it was crazy. So ball went over my head, and I saw I had a little bit of time, just kind of praying for the best, scooped it up, and try to make something happen.
See, I like that everyone's going to say, oh, he's really fast. He's got some nice moves. I like the speed and the power. In the first one, a little stiff arm, spin out. Yeah, just don't let him just say you got speed. Say, I got the power, too. I'm bringing the heat.
You didn't hit the panic button, man.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, so on this play, Don, I feel like we're back in the digital content center doing a game. But look at the lanes that are being opened up by the offensive line in front, and then once Ja'Kai's 5 yards down the field, he's getting blocks down the field. That's just good team play, Coach. What do you think?
That was a little Le'Veon Bell there. You like that? Let things kind of work their way out, kind of feel it out and open up. You kind of bided your time and then shot through the hole.
Yeah, I like that a lot because I know as I keep going downfield, I'm going to have blockers, and it opens up a lot more, like cutback lanes and everything else. So, yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with that.
Yep. So that's what we try to preach to them every single day is, like, just because right when you fire off the ball, the play's not over. It's that, like, each play is 6 to 7 seconds long. So once you take care of your first job, get downfield, find work, and follow the football. So offense and defense, good things happen when guys are around the football. We can get blocks downfield. Defense, we can get a ball that pops out, do whatever we need to do.
Well, let's take a look at who you will be working against. Let's take a look at the schedule. Opens up with Frontier. See Shenandoah on there. Steubenville Catholic Central. That is a TV game up at Harding Stadium. A good chance for you guys to show your stuff. We just had the Cameron head coach on, and you close out with them. And before that, you got a rivalry in Shadyside. So tell me about your schedule.
I see the to be announced. We actually picked up Valley that week.
Okay.
So we'll,
all right.
Breaking news right here.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, when Bellsville closed, we were able to pick up Valley for that week. So we'll be playing the Lumberjacks.
Coach, I like the balance. You get your road games out of the way in the first half, and then if you can finish strong coming down the lane, you're at home. That should be a lot of fun.
That was kind of the plan. So we'll be in the friendly confines of Perkins Field there for the second half of the season.
Well, thanks for joining us. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, on deck, the Noles, Monroe Central head coach Jonathan Calder's in the hot seat next.
McAdoo's West in Dallas Pike is now open and ready to serve you 24/7. From flatbeds, light-duty and heavy-duty tow trucks to rotator wreckers, specialty trailers, and 40 to 300-ton cranes, we have the tools for any job. McAdoo's Towing and Crane. Our business is picking up.
With everything from excavators and skid steers with attachments to floor sanders and carpet cleaners, Tricor has over 300 rental items that you need to complete your project. They also sell a full assortment of top-of-the-line hand and power tools, abrasives, fasteners, and many other items to suit your industrial needs. Need something delivered? Tricor also delivers. Located a quarter mile north of Route 70, exit 208 in Morristown, Ohio. No job is too big or small. We have the tools you need.
JK Auto Glass is your place for professional auto glass repair or replacement. Our technicians can also recalibrate your forward-facing camera. We're locally owned in Mingo Junction, which means you're taken care of by real people who know your name. We'll even pick up your vehicle and return it to you after your repairs. It couldn't be easier.
For all your glass needs, call JK Auto Glass, where you'll always talk to a live agent, where the difference is clear.
Seven Rangers Entertainment and the Good House Sports Bar bring you the hottest menu in the Ohio Valley, along with the best ribs around. Stop in for all the action on NFL Sunday Ticket, along with some great pizza and wings. While you're here, visit the Valley's largest arcade with over 150 games, 12 lanes of bowling, 8 lanes of axe throwing, 9 holes of mini golf, and a backyard area. Book your next party or event now at 100 Mall Drive in Steubenville.
Tired of paying full price at the pump? With Smith Oil's mobile app, you get rewarded every time you fuel up, get exclusive rewards, and save money all in one place. It's not just about gas. There are even rewards for drinks and more inside the store. Saving money has never been so easy or rewarding. Download the Smith Oil app today and start earning rewards that fuel your journey. Smith Oil, fuel up, save more, smile bigger.
Family owned and operated in the tri-state area since 1965, McAdoo's West is now open in Dallas Pike. With 24/7 service and fast response times, we'll keep your vehicles and projects rolling on schedule, no matter the size. McAdoo's Towing and Crane. Our business is picking up.
And welcome back to Sports Friday on the Go. A special Wednesday edition, a special Thursday edition, a special Friday edition as we get you ready with our media days. That's a look. Jack Hillgrove doing an interview. Rob Metzger is there as well. Lots of teams here, and we are talking now with Monroe Central, a team that had one of the best seasons in the Valley last year.
Oh, they had a great year last year.
Absolutely.
Monroe Central, we go back to Woodsfield, tradition. This guy here, Jonathan Calder.
Pretty good ball player.
Early 90s, I'm telling you. You want to talk about a big-time linebacker. Probably should have been all-state. You're probably everything but outstanding linebacker on those teams at Jason Costas. And, you know, when he comes and hands you this has everything you need. The schedule, the returners, everything you need. That's straight out of Coach Sarcosta. And
yes, it is.
When you learn from a legend like that, not only as a player but as a coach, what does Jay mean to you in your coaching career?
He's almost like a second father to me. Meant a lot. Taught me how to become a better man, more than just playing football. So taught me a lot of things. I take a lot from his coaching style, the regimented part of it, the organization. So I definitely learned a lot from Coach C.
Coach, you talk about being a better man, and it's you've got a lot of young men here tonight that are getting ready for a big season in just about 60 days or so, give or take a few. Can you introduce us to who you brought with you today?
Yeah, these are the seniors here. We've got 3 of them that are, first-year players and some returning, obviously. We've got Braden Stempert, Taven Campbell, Wyatt Cohen, Lucas Stiver, Parker Seifert, Noah Grossenball, Luke Gary, and Steiner over here. And then A.J. Rutter is going to be our main running back this year.
A.J., how excited are you for the season? I mean, we've been talking about that. It's June. We're full on talking about football. How excited are you to, get ready to lace them up and get after it again this year?
I mean, I've had them laced up since after the season ended last year, you know what I mean? I'm always excited. Football is my sport, I live it, I breathe it, and I'll die it, Yep. I put my body out there on the line for my teammates, 'cause I know they'll do the same for me. It's a brotherhood, we're a family in that locker room. He's just a dad of a bunch of kids, But it's always fun, I love it. Like I said, I'll die for it,
Coach, I got a question for you because you played there. We've covered it. We've seen it. One of the great atmospheres in the Ohio Valley, your home state and that home field advantage. Can you describe what it's like to play where you guys play every Friday night? Because it's electric. I remember my son asked me, I said, you don't understand.
Yeah.
This place is hopping on a Friday night.
Yeah, no, it is. The horse comes out. We got smoke rolling. They carry a flaming spear out, kind of just like FSU. That's what Coach modeled it after. So, there's a live horse that runs in front of these guys. So, always a great crowd. The community comes out and supports them every year, every game. Big crowd in the end zone supporting these guys. So it's definitely electric. We've got one of the best grass fields, so that's kind of a little bit of advantage anymore. Most people have turf, so I love it. I love Friday night. There's nothing better than Valley football, really.
Let's take a look at some clips from last year. Cooper Howell. Now, he was a key wideout last year. His brother was the quarterback and graduated. Is Cooper going to be the quarterback, or where does Cooper go this year?
Yeah, right now he's slotted as the starting quarterback. I think he'll step in and do a good job. He's got some big shoes to fill. There's no doubt about that. But Cooper's an athlete. Cooper's aggressive. He's been at pretty much every position, so he kind of knows some things already.
As far as Monroe Central winning the state basketball title, the enthusiasm from that, I'm sure that has really enveloped the school.
Yeah, definitely. Monroe Central is doing a lot of great things right now, and that's just one of them. The basketball team, it was great to watch. It was great to, I wasn't on the coaching staff, but the whole community felt like they were a part of it. It's only the second state championship sports team that we've had at Monroe Central besides girls softball. So it was fun to watch. It was unbelievable, really.
This year's team, what's going to be their strength?
I think running the ball. I like to run the ball. We ran the ball even a lot last year. They get a smile.
AJ's like, yes.
Yeah, run the ball.
Let's go.
Let's take a look at who you will be running the ball against, and I'm going to ask you this, too. How good was Lumpy Dalrymple?
He was pretty darn good.
He's one of my favorites. Dustin Robeson.
Yep, he was pretty good too.
Shoemakers, and then Lumpy.
Yep, no, Lumpy was pretty good. Great kicker. But, we've got 4 new teams on the schedule.
You have a good kicker this year, Coach.
We do have a good kicker, yeah. We coached by two of the best, maybe one of the best, maybe Ian Phillips. I don't know about Bill Phillips.
I don't know about him either.
But the kicking game's come along for us. But we got 4 new teams on the schedule: Liberty, Bellaire, Toronto, and Cameron. So looking forward to that. 3 of them are OVAC teams. I think maybe game of the week is Toronto, maybe. I'm not
it
sure.
is. Yeah, October 10th.
Looking forward to that.
That's fun. That's 4 new teams. That's a fun-looking schedule.
It is, and especially with them dropping down to 12 teams, I think those are going to be competitive teams. Hopefully we can get a win against them, and they get wins on their schedule, get us some points.
Well, I'll tell you a secret. If you go around me and wait, we're going to talk to the Shenandoah coach next, and he can tell you all about the Zeps.
That's right.
You're watching Sports Friday on the Go, high school football media days version. We'll be back after this.
When you need electrical work, get it done right by the most qualified electrical contractors and tradesmen around. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. IBEW 246, trained to electrify.
Yes, we've got the brands. Yes, we've got the deals. Yes, we've got the inventory. But what sets us apart? Our people. 46 musicians on staff with 563 years of combined real-world experience. We're more than just a store, so get off the screen, get in the car, and come to the CA House Music location nearest you. Talk gear, swap stories, get advice, and play music for life.
Hi, I'm Joe from Arisich Heating and Cooling. It could be a hot one this summer. It's my job to keep you cool and comfortable on these hot summer nights.
Escape the summer heat with a new Train air conditioning system. Financing available on a Train air conditioner and furnace. Call to set up an appointment.
Staying cool in the valley is a cinch with Arisich. Call us today.
At Value Leader Pharmacy, we're committed to bringing you more than just prescriptions. We're bringing you convenience. Whether it's our brand new drive-through window or our large selection of over-the-counter products, we're here to serve your needs.
From fast service to compliance packaging and accessible pharmacists, we're always here to make sure that you get the care that you deserve. Visit us at Value Leader Pharmacy, where service meets satisfaction.
When you need electrical work, get it done right by the most qualified electrical contractors and tradesmen around. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. IBEW 246, trained to electrify.
And welcome back to the Highlands. Bill Phillips along with Don Sloan, the Nacho Man. It is Sports Friday. Don, what is it Sports Friday on?
On the Go.
There you go. And it's a Wednesday, believe it or not. It's not even a Friday, but we're going to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. We're talking high school football. We're talking media days. And we're talking to the Zeps of Shenandoah. And I'll tell you what, they walked over and I said, I am digging on these uniforms. I like the color green. Those are some sharp uniforms. If you play as sharp as you look, you guys are going undefeated. I mean, they're fantastic.
Mac McLean, he likes the green because he's a former Brook Bruin. But first thing I said is, who is this big dude? Who's the big guy next to you?
That's Caden Rucker. It's going to be a 4-year starter for us.
There you go.
Caden Rucker, all right. What position?
Left tackle.
How big are you?
6'3", like 285.
Now, the Caldwell coach's name is Rucker. No relation?
Nope. I'm glad I'm not.
Man, If I was him, I'd be calling and say, hey, like, we're second cousins. You need to come over. Oh, but Caldwell, Shenandoah, they're rivals. That's
I'll tell you
not
what, not a lot of love lost there. I've learned that in the last year.
Who else do you have with you, Coach?
Yeah, go ahead.
We got Hunter House. We got Ethan Cutlip, Hunter Rossiter, and Aiden McPeak, all seniors.
All right.
Well, he's number 8's got the best hair.
He does, and a really nice mustache too.
You know what they call that? They call it the flow. Yeah.
Mine doesn't flow like it used to. That's why I got this hat on.
On your hat is the star. Tell us about the significance of the anniversary this year.
I believe the star is it the Navy Air Corps? It was the USS Shenandoah, and it crashed in 1925. So this is the 100th anniversary of it. So we're going to have some sort of commemorative thing on our new helmet. We got a new helmet, and we got some new digs. So we're going to try to look sharp.
Awesome.
Coach, you have some players that are anxious to get after it, ready to get going. What's going to be the difference for this year's team as you build and look to just build that foundation and grow and grow and grow, and just as Coach Tom for the Steelers says, stack those wins?
Yeah, I think the first thing you got to do is you got to rely on a group of kids like this standing behind me, seniors who set a good example. They got to be an example in the hallway. They got to be an example in the weight room. They got to be an example on the field, because we're going to have to plug a lot of young guys in with this group standing here, a lot of unproven young people. And these guys have been out there. They've been in the war, and they're going to have to be there for the young guys to lean on, so that we can put together a pretty good product this fall.
It'll be more of a looking at the offense, more of a power game, finesse game, a mix. You look a balance. Obviously, every coach is going to say we want to be balanced.
Yeah.
But I mean, what do you think you're going to lean on most, maybe at the beginning of the season, so some of these younger guys get their feet under them as they get going?
I think because of where our numbers are right now and where we are talent-wise, I've always tried to shape what we do offensively to the talent, to what's on hand. I think that we have to establish a running game that we can depend on, especially a red zone running game. We were really, really good at getting inside the red zone last year, slinging it around, and then we had a lot of drives stall out. So we need to be able to be better on a run, to be able to close out a night with a run and be able to shorten the game.
Now, your brother coaches at St. Clairsville. Did you guys, I guess get together and come up with ideas and share ideas? Or, hey, I tried this. Maybe this is something you might want to try. And
I would say that you could probably have a pretty interesting show if you put a camera and a microphone on a bass boat on the weekend at a tournament. I mean, we obviously talk about some schematic things and some training things, but I think that they're more therapy sessions where two guys who know the job can go out and just vent and
instead of talking to the furniture after the game, you can talk to your brother.
Instead of talking to the steering wheel or the rear view mirror, you can just talk to somebody who is my best friend and my best fishing buddy, and he's been through everything.
You buzz baits. I kind of like a Carolina rig, to tell you the truth.
I can't tell you what we do.
You can't do that.
I'm not allowed. My Brett's fishing right now. He'd kill me if this went out over here.
Well, we're going to take a look at your schedule for this year, and maybe we will do that. Have a fishing show with the boys. Pretty interesting right off the gates. You go to Edison.
Got a nice win against them last year.
It was a dandy last year.
Yeah. Yes, and it was a great night and a great first night to be a head coach over there. I went for it 5 times on 4th down in a game, which is but when you pull an upset like that, I'm sure they've had us circled on the weight room wall all winter long. So it's going to be a tough one.
And Trail's got guys back. They played a brutal schedule last year. Trimble's always a factor in the playoffs.
Yeah. Trimble, I'm not that familiar with them, but I believe that they're a triple option, which makes it difficult. You got to change everything, try to get a scout offense to emulate that, and that's pretty tough.
And you wrap up the year on the turf at rival Caldwell. Coach Mack of the Shenandoah Zeps, thanks for joining us, guys. And we will be back. That wraps up our first hour, and we'll be back with more of Sports Friday on the go. And we'll hear from the Shadyside Tigers, Union Local Jets, Wheeling Central, and Barnesville up next.
If you're a former or active coal miner who's worked or is currently working in an environment exposing you to potential breathing hazards, schedule your test for the Black Lung Clinic at WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital today. Call 304-843-3307 to stop black lung from stealing your time.
Get your outdoor space ready for summer with a new patio cover from AJ Gray. You won't have to worry about the weather ruining outdoor activities like cookouts, parties, or well-deserved relaxation. Call AJ Gray today, where excellence meets your home, and kick back with your new patio cover.
7 Ranges Entertainment and the Good House Sports Bar bring you the hottest venue in the Ohio Valley, along with the best ribs around. Stop in for all the action on NFL Sunday Ticket, along with some great pizza and wings. While you're here, visit the Valley's largest arcade with over 150 games, 12 lanes of bowling, 8 lanes of axe throwing, 9 holes of mini golf, and a backyard area. Book your next party or event now at 100 Mall Drive in Steubenville.
At Rorig Financial, we always put you first, making your dreams a reality with a smart financial plan. We work for you, not Wall Street. Whatever you're saving for, college, retirement, a beach house, we can help you and your family throughout your lifetime.
Attention all active and former coal miners. If you worked or are currently working in an environment that exposes you to potential breathing hazards, a screening for respiratory health problems is recommended. Call WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital at 304-843-3307 to schedule a screening today.
WTOV9 is cooking up a storm on the WTOV9 YouTube channel.
It is Sports Friday on the go, and if you're confused, it is a Wednesday. But it is Sports Friday on the go. Media days, we have Sports Friday on the go tonight, tomorrow, and Friday. And right now, Shadyside's in the house.
It's Tiger time. Get that tiger by the tail. Head coach Mike Kernick of the Shadyside Tigers. Coach, tell us who you brought with you today.
I got senior Trent Wakalchik, and then the 2 juniors behind me are Ace Nelson and Jaden Johnson.
Spell Wakalchik.
Wakulchik.
Well, I knew you could.
You saw Coach. You just went, I'm going to say anything. I'm going to let him handle that one.
I directed that to him. No way.
Well, Mike Kernick, Shadyside standout quarterback back in the day, the head coach. Just tell me what football means to the community of Shadyside.
It means everything. Everybody, it's such an important aspect of our town. The entire community gets behind it. Everybody cares so much, and every business, all the parents, all the grandparents, all the young kids. I mean, the middle school kids decorate and make pictures and hang them in the high school kids' lockers before the games. It makes it so special. It makes it the most special thing. Everybody gets excited about it. Everybody loves being a part of it. And everybody wants to be involved. And that's the way I want it, and that's the way everybody wants it. It's an exciting thing.
We talked a little bit about that before. Don was saying what makes it special in the Ohio Valley. And you start to think about it. It's the generational handout. Or you just keep going and you see, kids just fall in love with the game because their mom and dad fall in love with the game, and Grandpa did. And hey, Grandpa, you did this when you played. They read the newspaper articles and all that stuff. So what newspaper articles are we reading about these guys this year? It looks like a crew that's ready to get after it.
They are ready to get after it. I'll tell you right now, this whole summer, and even going all the way back into December and January when weights started in wintertime, they have done nothing but want to get in the weight room, get bigger, get stronger, get faster. I mean, even when they're not scheduled to be in the weight room, we're getting phone calls as coaches saying, hey, Coach, can we get in the weight room on a Sunday, on a Saturday? We lift 4 days a week. They want to lift 5-6 days a week. So
almost you have to say, guys, take a day off.
Right.
You need a day of rest. Your body's got to still grow. Let it grow a little bit.
So they're excited. They want to get into it. They want to go win some football games and get after it.
Well, one memory always sticks out in my mind. I was going there. I don't know if it was coach, if it was Ty or Mark that was the head coach at that time, but I went in to interview one of them, and I went through the weight room, and everybody's just in there pumping. And it was Montgomery Gentry on the radio, the song My Town.
Yep.
And if you know that song, My Town, boy, is that just, where I was born, where I was raised, this is my town.
At Shadyside.
And these guys are in there pumping weights to that. I'm literally walking in a clip of a movie. I'm in a living movie when I walked in. It was so surreal.
Right.
What do you expect this team to be able to do well in football terms?
I think they're going to be able to do a little bit of everything well. Up front, our offensive line and defensive line, they're all a little bit bigger. They're all a little bit stronger. They're all a little bit quicker. And it's a testament to the amount of work and effort they put into the weight room in the offseason. Our skill guys, same thing. We returned. We were young last year. We're young again this year. We have 3 seniors this year. And for the most part, last year, we had a bunch of freshmen. We had a bunch of sophomores playing. All those guys are playing in the same spots this year again. They learned a lot last year, took a bunch of bumps and bruises. But we've had 2 passing scrimmages this week. We had one Monday with Monroe. We had one today with Harrison Central. And you can see the growth from last year to this year already instantly. And like I said.
And you see the growth.
Yeah,
What do you
definitely.
see? Because that's the thing. As a player, coach can say all these things, but the players know the deal.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what's going on. So what are you seeing?
Well, I'm seeing just a lot of people more interested in getting out there. Like he said, we were working out before the season even started. And, I mean, everyone's interested, everyone's bought in. There's a new mindset. It just feels different than it has the past 3 years. We're sick of the way the seasons have gone. It feels different to me. It really does.
You guys, Shadyside was on riding that high and a little dip in the road.
Yeah.
But now you guys have the opportunity to, get it back going in the right direction. How excited are you and your teammates to do that?
I'm very excited. The opportunity to be able to get the tradition back on track, get it how Shadyside football was for 20-plus years. I'm just very humbled to be a part of that.
And last year, you guys really seem to just grow and improve as the year goes on. And you always say, well, the biggest improvements week 1 to week 2. But then you guys really kept improving. Tell me how you could see that happen.
We did. And you could see that as the year went on last year. And like I said, it goes back. We had 6 seniors last year and all played. But outside of that, the guys on the field were freshmen and sophomores. And, you could see from week 1 through week 10 the growth and the improvement just by being out there. You get more comfortable. When you get out there and you first start playing, things are fast. It's fast. You're not used to it. And the more you play, the slower it gets. And you see things better. And that's where these guys are at. It's slowing down for them. And you can see. And the other thing that I was talking about this with our assistant coaches a couple of days ago. Going through football practice is not fun. It's hot. It's sweaty. It's miserable. It's tiring. The whole time we're going through summer workouts and lifting now, they're laughing. They're having a good time. They're joking around with each other. They're joking around with us coaches. It's a very good, positive, fun, enjoyable atmosphere right now.
And Don, you know what that means when you have the sophomores and the freshmen, they're moving up. It's required by law that media people say it bodes well for the future.
Well, it does bode well for the future, and we're going to bode well for commercial break. Now, after the break, we're going to take a look at your schedule for this year, and we're going to dive into the archives for a blast from the Shadyside past. And this guy was a big part of it. I can't wait to show you this, but we'll be right back.
McAdoo's West in Dallas Pike is now open and ready to serve you 24/7. From flatbeds, light-duty and heavy-duty tow trucks to rotator wreckers, specialty trailers, and 40 to 300-ton cranes, we have the tools for any job. McAdoo's Towing and Crane. Our business is picking up.
This 4th of July, as we mark America's 249th birthday, RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Newell, West Virginia is celebrating our first birthday. We're offering unbeatable savings with huge sales on our entire lineup of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and pre-owned vehicles. Whether you're looking for adventure or power, we've got the solution for you. As always, we're the Valley's leader for your trade. We'll trade anything. These deals won't last. Visit us at RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where our only focus is you.
There's a Vermeer 504R Series baler for every size of hay operation. Are you a part-time hay producer looking for a baler with minimal setup? Go with the 504R Classic baler. Or maybe you're a high-output operator looking for the latest technology. It'll be the 504R Premium baler for you. If you're somewhere in between, that's where the 504R Signature baler comes in. Each one comes with a Vermeer 3-year pickup warranty.
See your local dealer. D&J Sales and Service 8 miles west of Cadiz on State Route 22.
Goldberg, Persky & White has helped thousands of victims of asbestos exposure. But who exactly are these victims? They're more than steel workers, chemical plant workers, and other tradesmen. They're your family, friends, neighbors, even you. Hardworking individuals who are now suffering from lung cancer or mesothelioma. GPW attorneys understand the personal toll these illnesses take and work to secure justice for victims and their families. For a free consultation, call 1-800-COMPLEX or visit gpwlaw.com.
Family owned and operated in the tri-state area since 1965, McAdoo's West is now open in Dallas Pike. With 24/7 service and fast response times, we'll keep your vehicles and projects rolling on schedule, no matter the size. McAdoo's Towing and Crane. Our business is picking up.
Join the conversation on the WTOV9 Facebook page.
And we're back live. Sports Friday on the go. High School Football Media Days edition. We're with the Shadyside Tigers. Let's take a look at the Tigers' schedule for this year. And East Palestine at home, and then they've got Southern local. I see Buckeye local there, Frontier, Portsmouth, Notre Dame, Shenandoah River, Caldwell, Bridgeport. And I like this for a closure. I like Monroe Central.
Yeah.
Good rivalry game to close the season. So just your thoughts briefly on the schedule.
I love it. I think it's a great schedule for us. You know, there's a couple teams on there, East Palestine and Southern. We've never played these teams before. But I think those are great football games for us. Looking forward to it. East Palestine, we're actually playing on a Thursday night, which week one, I enjoy having a Thursday night game because it gives you an opportunity to go scout week two.
Yeah, and not only that, it also gives you a chance to let your guys go and play because they've been, ready to go, and they get out there a little bit early.
All right, here we go. Now come up on us. The last time he, I, and Mike, or however you want to say it, the three of us were together, it was probably one of the easily top 10 games in Ohio Valley High School football history. They call it the Miracle at Meadowbrook. So we're going to go back into the archives now. Crank up the sound.
4th and 10, and the ball game rides on this play. Shadyside, desperate for 10 yards. Kernick to throw. Ongley, he goes to his man. He has it at the 45, 50, 40-yard line, and down at the 30-yard line. Shadyside in business with 50 seconds to go. What a play. Kernick in the gun. Has time. Looks, steps up, runs out, still on his feet, finds a man open, Dunsmore at the 10. First and goal from inside the 10. If a cat has 9 lives, the Tigers may be on their last one, but they're still alive with 28 seconds on the clock. They may have to go into the end zone here. Kernick, corner of the end zone, Piles is wide open, touchdown Shadyside! Touchdown Shadyside! The Tigers have taken the lead with 15 seconds to go. Piles from Kernick, and the Tigers may have won the regional championship at Meadowbrook High School.
All righty. How about that from the archives? Bill, you were a little excited, my friend. Mike, talk about what was your feeling when you started that drive?
Well,
because Grinchy had a big fumble recovery, or a big sack that set that up.
Big sack. Yeah. So that's what you didn't show the start how that started. It was 4th and goal.
Yeah,
Danville had the ball, and Grinchy got through there and sacked the kid, and it's our ball now. And that was 4th and 10 when Nick tips that ball to himself. I couldn't throw the ball any further than that's as far as I could go. So Nick made a great play jumping there and tipping it to himself and making a run for it. And then, the next play there, like I said, our offensive line, I had all the time in the world back there to do whatever we needed to do. And then our receivers do the scramble drill to get open and do what they need to do.
I'm watching that, and I'm getting charged up because I remember that drive. I remember the finish. The Shadyside touchdown. I was jumping up and down in the press box just because it was so exciting. And, just some great plays. And
two more notes on that. The game the week before, the Shadyside-Wellsville game was every bit as good.
Yeah. Oh, that game was back and forth.
And that was at Harding Stadium.
That was up at Steubenville.
Roberts was the quarterback for Wellsville.
Yes.
And it's funny, that game has its own name. Okay, we've got the Immaculate Reception. The Miracle at Meadowbrook. If you Google the Miracle at Meadowbrook, articles and everything come up on that game.
I'm pretty proud of myself that I came up with the 9 lives in the cat because I was like, I don't remember saying that.
It brings back so much memories. We were such a close team. We had so much fun.
There's no timber in that voice yet.
No,
that's a young voice.
That's a young, yeah.
All right,
win.
We're taking the time out. When we come back, Bernie and the Jets. We're talking Union Local next.
So, what do you think?
It is amazing how smoothly and quickly you get it to go up and down every single time.
I know, right? Wait a minute. You are talking about me, aren't you?
The garage door!
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Offering the highest quality garage doors and openers combined with expert installation and services. A superior garage door and opener installation is just a call away. C&R Garage Doors, a Clopay and LiftMaster authorized dealer.
JK Auto Glass is your place for professional auto glass repair or replacement. Our technicians can also recalibrate your forward-facing camera. We're locally owned in Mingo Junction, which means you're taken care of by real people who know your name. We'll even pick up your vehicle and return it to you after your repairs. It couldn't be easier.
For all your glass needs, call JK Auto Glass, where you'll always talk to a live agent, where the difference is clear.
I'm Jamie Bordas.
At Bordis & Bordis, we understand that car wrecks can be traumatizing in many ways. Medical bills pile up. You may be without a car. You don't know how to deal with the insurance company. We can help. Our goal is to make the process easier so you can focus on your health while we focus on your case. If you need help after a car wreck, give us a call. It would be our privilege to speak with you.
Bordis and Bordis, fighting for justice.
Medicine. Here, it's more than a practice. It's a promise. To get you home sooner and get you back out there. To push the boundaries of what convention says is possible. To stop at nothing, no matter what. That's why medicine is in everything we do.
And we are back live. High school football media days. Sports Friday in the gut, the Highlands Sports Complex.
On a Wednesday.
That looks like Martin's Ferry Purple Riders.
I got to put my glasses
That's a little
on.
purple, but it doesn't matter because we've got Bernie and the Jets here.
Yeah.
The Union Local Jets. And Bernie Thompson.
I'll tell you what, they were standard on Sports Friday on the Go last year. They were on maybe as much as anybody else.
We got to get moving. We'll have to talk about these guys. This guy, when he was a wide receiver in high school.
10,000 yards, you said.
Big time. He was the cream of the crop as far as a high school football wide receiver. Do these guys they don't know that?
I don't think they believe me.
They need to study that history.
Coach, welcome, and congratulations on last season. What are we looking for this season? Before we get started, can you introduce the crew that you brought with you?
I sure can. And first and foremost, thanks for having us, man.
Oh,
we appreciate
our pleasure,
you guys.
Our pleasure.
Absolutely. So we got a couple seniors right here. So this is Colby Carpenter. He's a senior quarterback. Right here behind me, we got senior Landon Beedling. He's a wide receiver. Right here, we got senior Logan Porter, plays defensive end and tight end. And then senior number 29, Ryder Gaynor, linebacker, running back.
Coach, your senior crew, is this the core of it, or do you have a few more guys? And how important is it to have a core seniors that can lead some of those younger guys? A lot of guys got playing time last year, but maybe some new guys that you want to get into the flow. And these guys, they're the ones that you're going to lean on.
Well, first and foremost, we value our senior leadership. Last year, we have 14 seniors that graduated, leaders both on and off the field. So with them gone, now we have these guys taking the place. And this is just a small kind of piece of the puzzle that we have right here. We have soon to be about 12 incoming seniors.
Okay.
But a lot of new faces on this year's team, right? Each year you have it's a new season, right? So, we're not going to benefit this year from last year's success, and these guys know it, and they've been putting in the work all off season.
And there was success, man.
Yeah.
You guys gave Wheelersburg everything they wanted and more in that playoff game.
Yeah, we appreciate that. We won 9 games last year, won our second playoff win in school history, which we're very proud of, and then second round playoff game at home, had Wheelersburg on the ropes, about 2 yards short. So these guys took a lot from that, right? That now they know what a playoff win feels like. Now they know the expectations of playing in the second round of the Ohio high school playoffs, and they're hungry, and quite frankly, they're pissed and want to get back there.
Well, I tell you,
how excited are you to get under center?
I'm very excited.
In late August and get that thing started where, Coach is saying they know what it feels like. You're the guy, pulling the trigger on everything. What's that like knowing we're going into the season, we know what it takes, and we've got the talent on this team to get it done? How much confidence do you carry into this year?
I feel very confident knowing the guys we have. We had a lot of leadership, some younger guys that also play kind of the role as being a leader on this team, but I think, we got a bunch of hardworking kids, and we're going to kind of just go behind it and just see what we can do.
Well, let's play some video from last year, and you guys were fun to watch offensively. And our Friday night show, we loved it when we had Union Local highlights on our Sports Friday on the Go, because those games we would go and watch when teams were in the red zone, and you guys were always in the red zone.
Absolutely.
You were 95 yards away and you were in the red zone sometimes.
Well, it's fun to look back on some of these plays and the stats and think that, we've had a lot of great teams in school history. And I think this past year we put up more points than any other Jets team in school history. So we're proud of that.
And as far as, a lot of running plays here, but you guys can throw the football too.
We want to be balanced. We want to be able to throw, run, right? Colby's done a great job. Colby started pretty much every game his sophomore year, right, through a lot of touchdown passes. Last year contributed in big ways. And, we want to be versatile. We want to get guys like these guys behind me the ball in space and make things happen.
Don, you know what? Producer extraordinaire Jordan, who's in the truck tonight, Sports Friday on the go. It seemed like she was always on. She's like, we got to go to the Union local game.
Yeah,
and all of a sudden,
always,
there's a touchdown for the
something.
Jets. She was on it all the time.
Well, let's go. We love that.
Well, Perzanowski, there's Adam Perzanowski, who's my insurance guy, and he's related to Brody Perzanowski. So there was comments about that all year long.
Yeah.
Your schedule this year, how does your schedule shake out?
Excited about the schedule. So opening in Morristown August 22nd against Warren JFK.
Wow, you're not messing around, are you?
Yeah.
Check it
guys,
out, man.
I don't know if you know about Warren JFK, but there's one of these schools that they are always there.
Yeah.
They're always in the playoffs, and they're very good.
That's how you get better.
And that's the thing, because I think I've made it known first and foremost to everybody.
Wait a minute, you're not Wheeling Central, too?
We don't run away from competition in Union Local.
Man.
We don't run away from competition. That's one thing we will hang our hat on is we will play any and everybody. We don't run away from competition. We won't sugar down our schedule. We got Warren JFK, then we head down to Wheeling Central, a new face. Indian Creek, last year, fun fact for you, was the longest game in school history. We had the lightning delays that it ended past 12 o'clock and won a shootout against Indian Creek. And then Harrison Central is always a tough game for us. We go back and forth with those guys. Brought Warren Local back on the schedule at home week 5. Beaver Local, man, they're tough. Yeah. We've been battling with them for the past few years. We got Cambridge on the road there, and then at Buckeye Local week 8, and then the last 2, which are always tough.
Let me ask you this, Coach. You like the way it balances out with you start at home, you get 3 away, but then it's 2 in the middle at home, get 2 quick ones on the road, and then boom, finish up strong at home.
I love that. I love the face of our schedule this year. I think it benefits us tremendously. Yeah.
And you're on Friday Night Rivals, Union Local at Indian Creek.
Let's go. We're excited about that.
They're just continuing. It's a continuation of last year's game.
That's what it feels like.
The game I go back to, I mean, it was years ago, and I think it might have been 3-0 or 10-3 or 7-3, but it was how long ago? It was Sam Fornsaglio coaching Creek, and Jake Olsowski was still coaching Union Local, and they played each other. You want to talk about a slobber knocker?
Oh, you want to talk about two coaching
battle.
Legends?
Absolutely.
And it was funny because both teams that year, everybody knew they were both going to be really good. Let's play each other.
Yeah.
Because so many times teams don't do that.
Yeah.
We're going to do this and that. But you like the playoffs cutting from 16 to 12 in the first 4 buys? What are your thoughts?
My personal thoughts, I feel like it makes sense. I feel like it's the right move to go back to have 12 teams. I personally like it. I think it benefits us. I think, it allows to that first 4 to have a bye, right? So now even if you are sneaking in the playoffs, maybe you're not, for us, Ironton's in our division. You don't have to make that long trip down there on our first round there. And I think it benefits your top quality team because when you're playing, a 12-5 and 11-6 type matchup, like that's good football. We like that.
Coach, what has to happen for this to be a good football team?
I think we just got to keep working hard and doing what we do and just staying consistent in the weight room and everything we do. Like, keep bringing it to practice and just keep doing what we do. Keep working hard.
I know a lot of teams don't like to share their goals, but I'll put you on the spot, Coach.
Sure.
What are the goals for this year for the Jets?
Yeah, and again, I know this is a coaching cliche, and I say it every year. I think the goal here, and to reiterate what Colby just said, is we're a culture-based team, right? We go as far as our leadership takes us. And I think each year you've seen Union Local's culture and leadership grow. And then it's no shock that the scoreboards benefited them, right? And the wins come. So our goals this year is just to continue the leadership, to teach these guys, because we got a lot of young guys coming in. So we have good leadership, but we got about 19, 20 incoming freshmen. That freshman class only lost 1 game in 2 years in middle school. So they're talented, but they also have to learn what high school football is about. And that's showing up on time, that's being disciplined, that's hard work, that's sacrifice, things that these guys have done for the past 3 to 4 years.
And we're going to stay on time. They're Bernie and the Jets. Union Local football. We'll be back. We'll hear from Wheeling Central and their rivals from Barnesville coming up next.
When you need electrical work, get it done right by the most qualified electrical contractors and tradesmen around. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers.
IBEW 246, trained to electrify. 7 Rangers Entertainment and the Good House Sports Bar bring you the hottest venue in the Ohio Valley, along with the best ribs around. Stop in for all the action on NFL Sunday Ticket, along with some great pizza and wings. While you're here, visit the Valley's largest arcade with over 150 games, 12 lanes of bowling, 8 lanes of axe throwing, 9 holes of mini golf, and a backyard area. Book your next party or event now at 100 Mall Drive in Steubenville.
Happy 4th of July from Powers Defensive Tactics. Your one-stop shop for everything firearms will be closed on the 4th, but come and see us when we reopen, because as a thank you to our customers and our nation, we'll pay sales tax on all sales on the 5th and 6th. We're a Class 3 dealer offering suppressors and free West Virginia handgun transfers. We also buy, sell, trade, and consign used firearms. So come visit Powers Defensive Tactics, your gun and training headquarters, located in Steubenville.
Best of luck to all football players, band members, cheerleaders, and coaching staff from Dan Stevens State Farm Insurance. Call Dan Stevens at 740-633-5433 or 740-264-4449 to make an appointment today, and have a great season.
When the weather takes a turn for the worse, you need a severe weather expert to help you prepare. From weeks ahead to a moment's notice, Severe Weather Team 9 is everywhere, working to keep you safe. Your Severe Weather Team 9 experts are everywhere.
When you need electrical work, get it done right by the most qualified electrical contractors and tradesmen around. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. IBEW 246, trained to electrify.
Hey, what are we doing? All right, we're talking.
We're
All right,
live. Live TV.
We are live
Bill.
TV. It's a beautiful thing. And this is, you know what a beautiful thing is, Don? The Highlands Sports Complex. We are in the indoor football facility, but it's not just a football facility. You play baseball, lacrosse, soccer. It's unbelievable.
Zoom in over there.
Oh.
Yeah. There's the Barnesville Shamrocks.
Shamrocks are in the house, yeah.
There they are.
Yeah.
Barnesville Shamrocks. Wave, everybody. There they go. No, don't come and tackle me. Just wave. Wave. There we go. All right, there they go.
See, that's why they win. They follow instructions.
They were ready, man. They're like,
ready to go.
Let's get after it.
Let's go. But anyways, a great facility here, and we're here tonight, Wednesday night, for our first media day event. We have Jack Hillgrove, Rob Metzger. Everybody's here. We're here now with a new twist, having the media days on Fox 9 today, tomorrow, and Friday, and of course on all of our streaming services. Don, it's a new year.
It's a new
fun.
Era. It's fun, and we get to do it 2 more nights. If you're just joining us tonight, we're back at 7 Ranges, our home away from home. 5 to 8 Thursday night, 5 to 8 Friday night. We want to thank our great friends Jason and Leah Wilson with Wilson Furniture right here at the Highlands. You can come and see them and check them out. Ashley Furniture we've got here. This is cool.
Great outside,
if you're looking for an outside deal, we've got a nice couch here, nice little outdoor tables.
Absolutely.
Aiden, can we see this? We got 2 beautiful chairs over here. It's a great setup, and brought to you by Jason Wilson and Leah Wilson at Wilson Furniture and Ashley. So, man, I'm comfortable. All right, let's get rolling. Back there, say, come on, you're sidetracked. You get on the main track. Well, we want to talk Wheeling Central football.
Make me laugh.
And one of my all-time favorites, one of the top guys in the Valley as a coach and as a guy. Head coach Mike Young. We talked to Coach Young.
Hall of Famer.
About the Wheeling Central Maroon Knights.
Reflect back on the season, reflect back on the kids, reflect back on the relationships you have. It's very rewarding to say that I've been around some of the greatest people in the High Valley on and off the field. So it's not just about the football, it's about all the relationships through all the dynamics of high school athletics.
Is that what keeps you coming back?
The kids keep me coming back. I see where I can be a positive impact to them as a coach, with my assistant coaches being on board strong. And, there's so many people that make all this program go, and it starts with the administration, the parents, the boosters, the assistant coaches, the players, and I've been fortunate to surround myself with great people. We're hoping we go to Charleston, but in order to get there, we got to take 1 week at a time. We got to stay healthy for sure. We got to win the games that we were supposed to win, and win a couple more to hopefully get a seed up in there with getting a position where we're not traveling all over the state. I ended up buying some property down in Beckley last year for the amount of times we were down there, but we've done well with that, and if we can win those games, enough games, and hopefully have a couple home games. We'll be real happy.
All right, good luck this year. Look forward to seeing you guys on the journey.
Thanks for what you guys are doing.
Wheeling Central head coach Mike Young. We are back with more Sports Friday on the go right after this.
If you're a former or active coal miner who's worked or is currently working in an environment exposing you to potential breathing hazards, schedule your test for the Black Lung Clinic at WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital today. Call 304-843-3307 to stop black lung from stealing your time.
I was the first in my family to go to college.
I was looking to switch careers.
I wanted the highest quality, but most affordable option for a degree.
No matter where you are in life, West Virginia Northern Community College can make your dream of a college degree a reality. With over half of our students being first-generation college students and free tuition for many programs, Northern is the right choice for you.
I can go to college. West Virginia Northern Community College. You belong here.
This 4th of July, as we mark America's 249th birthday, RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Newell, West Virginia is celebrating our first birthday. We're offering unbeatable savings with huge sales on our entire lineup of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and pre-owned vehicles. Whether you're looking for adventure or power, we've got the solution for you. As always, we're the Valley's leader for your trade. We'll trade anything. These deals won't last. Visit us at RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where our only focus is you.
Attention all active and former coal miners. If you worked or are currently working in an environment that exposes you to potential breathing hazards, a screening for respiratory health problems is recommended. Call WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital at 304-843-3307 to schedule a screening today.
News 9 Sunrise is everywhere, making a difference for you.
And we're back, and we are talking football. Bill Phillips, Don Sloan. It is Sports Friday on the go.
Get it right. You're the nacho man.
Anyway.
Yeah, I know you want to run from that. You can't run from it. You're the nacho man. You'll always be the nacho man.
I'm a new, nimble me.
People see me, and they say, where's the nacho man? What's he up to? I said, nacho man's getting it done. So,
all right.
There you go.
My man, Blake Allen is here, and there's a lot of Shamrock green surrounding us.
The Rocks are in the house.
His team had one heck of a year last year, and a lot of guys coming back, and big things expected again. Coach Blake Allen, tell me who you brought with us from the land of the Rocks.
It's me right here. Then behind, Hines Ford, Gavin Morris, Dylan Lucas. We got Matt Cassiopo, Jack Anderson, Jake Hannis, Eric Wilson, Logan Craker, and Kobe Jones.
Coach, all seniors, upperclassmen?
Yeah, all these guys are seniors, and then Trey's a junior.
All right, Trey, what's it mean to have this group on your side when you're taking the field? Because you're a junior, you got one more year that you're going to get to be there after this year.
Yeah.
But for these guys, how has it been them leading you as you continue to grow as a player and into what you've done individually, but more importantly as a team?
It means a lot to me because, I've been with most of these guys since, I was a very young age. So, growing up, I've learned a lot from each and every one of them. And, I'm very proud and very happy to be a part of this team and this organization. And that's about it.
Your lineman, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that because, you guys, he's in the hole. The hole is as big as the building, and then you're in the end zone. And I know it's the guys up front. You got great moves, great speed, but, man, they do a job for you.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm nothing without those guys. So, I'm more than thankful and, grateful for those people that are on the line doing what they got to do so I can do what I can do. And, yeah, that's pretty much it.
And Barnesville football, and what a tradition. My early memories of Barnesville football with the 92 team.
Yeah.
And that team went all the way to you weren't supposed to beat Cold Grove, Dawson Bryant. You weren't supposed to beat Ridgewood. You went beat all these people.
Coach, what was the one the field goal?
Lost to Cape in the state semis.
Yeah, but what was the one with the field goal? I remember calling the game-winning field goal. We were doing a game of the week. And I can't remember what it was.
I think that was the first round. Yeah. I'm not sure which team.
And that was the first one we fought, and then all the rocks and the milk jugs.
Yeah.
And I just thought, okay, this is cool. I love this.
Well, the rocks and the milk jugs, that does the Barnesville fan base is outstanding. And the way they come and circle the field, that's a tough place to play.
Oh, absolutely. And now that we got the turf a couple years ago and the new lights, and it's just a cool atmosphere. Our kids we were able, that was the one thing I asked when they put the turf in. They had to fence it. I said, can we just leave that one end zone? And our kids are still able to stand in the end zone. And I just think it's a really unique thing. And
great tradition.
Oh, it is. We're really proud of it. And we think we do. We think it's a tough place to come and play. We have a lot of pride. And you mentioned our community. I just can't say enough. I think we got a special place. The whole Ohio Valley, everybody gets behind. But there's just something special about Barnesville and the way they rally behind us and each other and just the whole community.
Coach, there's, Trey talked about it. You get the seniors. What's it like for a head coach to have a group of seniors that you can lean on, and when things are getting tough, you already know what they've done. You already know how they're going to respond. To be able to do that when you're going through the season coaching, and then in the summertime, hey, I can spend a little more time over here with the younger guys because I know they're going to take care of business. Yeah. How much of an advantage is that for you?
Yeah, I think what you're talking about is what I've been most proud of here. This is my 9th year, is just the culture that we've built. That's the expectation. I've told these guys in the last few years, they've really started to understand and buy it. It's their team. It's not my team. It's their team, and especially the seniors. This is it. So they've embraced that. The senior classes that have come before it have shown that. And these guys every year now, they just know that's the expectation. And these guys standing behind me have done a great job so far this offseason and taking on that leadership role.
Anybody out there trying to figure out what Don's talking about? He wants this tape.
Well, this is what I want to see. And look at the blocking.
Hey, that guy's sitting right here. Two places at once.
Yep. That's Trey Tolliver there.
Look at the line.
This
Look
is
at the
my
line.
favorite play. Watch the lineman run downfield. It's outstanding. It's my favorite play of the year. Just no.
Get 2-3 blocks down the field.
Yep.
A little high step there, getting out of that. Yeah. You ended up with 1,200 yards, 18 touchdowns last year as a sophomore. Convoy. You had the old C.W. McCall song. Yeah. That's a convoy in front of you there.
Coach, you talked about the tradition with the end zone here, and you really get a good sight of it for people that haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I mean, that is running into the student section.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I said, it's a special. If anybody hasn't had a chance to come to a game at Barnesville, I encourage you to do it. It's pretty cool. A small town Ohio football. It's as good as it gets, in my opinion.
Well, that play was so good, we showed it 3 times.
I could watch it all day. That's all right.
That's a good one.
Okay, we know what last year's team did well. In about 30 seconds, what do you expect this team to do well?
Yeah, I'm excited because it's one of those groups that we lost a really good senior class, the winningest group in school history. We got a lot of guys to replace. So a lot of these guys have played a lot of football, but also I think it's one of those years that people maybe don't know what to expect. And I think that these guys are hungry. They got a chip on their shoulder because now these guys are very capable. They've put the time in, and a lot of these guys, it's their turn. So I'm excited to see what they can do. I've seen the work they put in, and now it's their turn to show what they can do.
Well, they're hungry. Let's see what's on the table. Let's take a look at the schedule.
Yeah.
Ford Fry, you're not messing around right off the bat.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be another tough one.
Monroe Central, always a rivalry. You got 2 TBAs. That's a little concerning.
We actually filled those. Yeah.
Breaking news. Here we go.
Yeah.
Barnesville schedule update. What do you got?
Yeah, so week 6 is George Washington out of Charleston, West Virginia.
They're like a AAA, aren't they?
They're big. Biggest, I think 4A. Biggest in West Virginia, and they're coming in for the Pumpkin Festival game. So that'll be a dogfight. And then week 9 is another West Virginia. Independence, West Virginia, and we are actually playing them at a neutral site at Marietta College.
Well, good, because that's a long way if you go to Independence and Wheeling Central on a Thursday night. We've got that as a TV game. We're going to be back. When we come back, I told you the community, everybody in Barnesville's together, the band and the football team too. So we're going to talk to the band director a little bit when he comes back. When we come back.
Tired of paying full price at the pump? With Smith Oil's mobile app, you get rewarded every time you fuel up, get exclusive rewards, and save money all in one place. It's not just about gas. There are even rewards for drinks and more inside the store. Saving money has never been so easy or rewarding. Download the Smith Oil app today and start earning rewards that fuel your journey. Smith Oil, fuel up, save more, smile bigger.
With everything from excavators and skid steers with attachments to floor sanders and carpet cleaners, Tricor has over 300 rental items that you need to complete your project. They also sell a full assortment of top-of-the-line hand and power tools, abrasives, fasteners, and many other items to suit your industrial needs. Need something delivered? Tricor also delivers. Located a quarter mile north of Route 70, exit 208 in Morristown, Ohio. No job is too big or small. We have the tools you need.
Hey, Chuck, I can't talk too long. Rumor Loudon's here to fix my air conditioner. Man, they really got here fast. What seems to be the problem?
Well, sir, you forgot to take the cover off your AC unit.
Oh, hey, Chuck, you're not going to believe this one. Honey, call Rumor Loudon.
The WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center Breast Care Center, the Ohio Valley's only complete breast center, is expanding with more doctors than ever before, with decades of breast surgery experience and new diagnostic technology, all in one beautiful, calming space. Compassion, excellence, experience, and technology come together every single day here. The WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center Breast Care Center.
And welcome back to the Highlands, the site of tonight's Sports Friday on the go. Media days as we talk with all of the teams across the Ohio Valley tonight, Thursday night, Friday night. Bill Phillips along with the Nacho Man Don Sloan. And Don, we've got the Barnesville Shamrocks football team that has been steamrolling the past few years. They have been on a roll. They expect to be there again this year, but they also have a great band.
Well, here's the thing. I've got a lot of friends with the Pumpkin Festival, and I was telling them we were doing this, and we were talking about the Pumpkin Festival, and they said, oh, that's cool. Make sure you get our band director on, because that guy's awesome, and he's doing a great job, and they were so proud of you and what's going on with your program. How much does this band mean to you guys?
Oh, yeah, it's going back to what we said, just how the community supports, and since Devin's come in, we've just seen the band grow and the things he's doing. And actually, he's also our musical director. And one cool thing that you don't see in a lot of places, the kid on that clip that you showed that was lead blocking for Trey has been the lead in his musical the last 3 years as well.
There you go.
Yeah, he just graduated, but that just shows you.
What's his name?
Luke Taylor. Luke
there
Taylor.
You go.
Yeah.
All right, Luke.
But that just shows you again the way that we're all in this together and the way that we work together. So I appreciate all he does and the support he gives us.
Well, Devin Blair, tell me about your band and what people can expect this year, how numbers are, and what's going on.
Yeah, so we've actually got the biggest band we've had, and ever since I've been in school. We've got 53 in our band this year, and that's numbers we haven't seen. Back in the day, we had about 25, about 29 when I started, and we've made our way all the way up to 53. Got a lot more majorettes, a lot more color guard, and a lot more people playing instruments. We're doing a really cool show this year, 90s boy bands with music like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, and so really excited to bring it to Friday nights.
I was going to ask about the playlist, but he answered it. He's ahead of me.
As far as the atmosphere, we talk about there's no better atmosphere than at Barnesville. How does your band help shape that atmosphere and be a part of it?
Oh, the band just has a great time, especially like pep rallies and stuff. The kids will just go into all these drum solos and stuff, and it's not just the band that's into it. You see the student body and the athletes alike are all into what the band is doing, and we're into the team spirit.
All right, I got a question. All right, we're talking about the band. Mm-hmm. We heard about the musical and everything. What are you planning for this year for, on stage this year? Have you already made that decision? You're still working that out?
I have made that decision, but I'm not at liberty to discuss it at this time.
It's a big deal. He throws this out all year. He can't break that here.
Breaking news. Oh, you got to break it on Channel 9. WTOV9 is a place to break stories.
We usually reveal it in about October.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll wait. We're going to have to buy tickets now. We're going to have to go down and see it.
Well, Football Fridays, obviously, but any other big projects or big events that the band's taking part in?
This summer especially, we're doing the Quaker City Parade on July 11th. We're doing the Bellsville Heritage Day Parade on July 26th. And then we got the Pumpkin Parade. We do a lot of parades once the Pumpkin Festival comes around.
As far as... Coach, what does it mean, though, to have a big band and big growing and have that at the pep rallies and the whole school spirit?
Yeah, it means everything. I remember, I think my first year back at Barnesville as an assistant was 10 years ago exactly. I think it was 2015. And I remember the first pep rally I went to, I was kind of disappointed. There weren't a lot of kids there. They were all kind of sitting down. And, the way that's grown, and I think the band's a big part of that. And the cheerleading, also want to give out a shout out to the cheerleaders, Coach Abby McClellan, and what they do. Everybody just does their part. They're all in to try to support the athletes and get everybody excited. It's a big deal to all the kids, even if you're not wearing the jersey on Friday nights. If you watch our games, you'll see after all the students come out with our team huddle after with the kids, and I invite that. And we want them all to feel like they're a part of this because it's a cool thing.
It's the Barnesville Shamrocks, and they've got a big one, Pumpkin Festival weekend. George Washington coming to town. We'll have a timeout. When we come back, we'll be talking about the Bellaire Big Reds.
If you're a former or active coal miner who's worked or is currently working in an environment exposing you to potential breathing hazards, schedule your test for the Black Lung Clinic at WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital today. Call 304-843-3307 to stop black lung from stealing your time.
So, what do you think?
It is amazing how smoothly and quickly you get it to go up and down every single time.
I know, right? Wait a minute. You are talking about me, aren't you?
The garage door!
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Offering the highest quality garage doors and openers combined with expert installation and services. A superior garage door and opener installation is just a call away. C&R Garage Doors, a Clopay and LiftMaster authorized dealer.
JK Auto Glass is your place for professional auto glass repair or replacement. Our technicians can also recalibrate your forward-facing camera. We're locally owned in Mingo Junction, which means you're taken care of by real people who know your name. We'll even pick up your vehicle and return it to you after your repairs. It couldn't be easier.
For all your glass needs, call JK Auto Glass, where you'll always talk to a live agent, where the difference is clear.
Yes, we've got the brands. Yes, we've got the deals. Yes, we've got the inventory. But what sets us apart? Our people. 46 musicians on staff with 563 years of combined real-world experience. We're more than just a store, so get off the screen, get in the car, and come to the CA House Music location nearest you. Talk gear, swap stories, get advice, and play music for life.
Attention all active and former coal miners. If you worked or are currently working in an environment that exposes you to potential breathing hazards, a screening for respiratory health problems is recommended. Call WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital at 304-843-3307 to schedule a screening today.
And welcome back to the Highlands, everybody. Bill Phillips along with Don Sloan. This is Sports Friday on the go, a special edition on a Wednesday. It's media days for high school football teams across the Ohio Valley. Not only today, but tomorrow at Seven Ranges Entertainment in Steubenville, and then again on Friday. So we will talk to basically every team that we can find in the Ohio Valley to find out what they're going to do this season. And now we have Bellaire in the house.
Yeah, Head coach Mark Boner, welcome. And my man over here, Raekwon Pettigrew. And we're going to hear from Raekwon too. But, you know, you and I have been doing this a long time.
That's right.
I never thought I'd see lights at Nelson Field.
Oh,
Spent
man.
a lot of Saturdays when,
1,000 degrees
playing
out.
1,000 degrees, playing Ironton and all that back in the day. And you got lights. How was that?
It was different. I mean, like the whole community had to change. You know, people had to figure things out, new routines. You know, you didn't go to Gould's before. Gould's had to change their time and figure things out. There was a lot of changes, and we came through it pretty good. We didn't know what to do, like having our team, what time to be there and all that. We had to figure it out because usually Friday nights we're on the road. So there was a lot of changes, but we're getting it figured out.
Coach, who do you have with you? Can you introduce everybody that's here with you tonight?
Yeah. Okay. This is Noah Pramick, Case Rajonis, Quentin Scott, and Graham Campbell. And then, of course, Raekwon.
Well, welcome, guys. Welcome. Wishing you well in the 2025 season coming up. And, Coach, for people that maybe haven't seen your team, didn't see them last year, what should they expect maybe on offense if they dropped in and said, okay, are we going to get a power running game? Are we going to get quick hitters in the running game? We're going deep, working all areas of the field. What do you have for us?
Well, me, I was always an eye guy, and a lot of teams didn't like it because you don't see eyes. Well, now we still have the same thing. When I talked with Jose, we talked about the package, and he said,
"No, wait a minute. Jose Davis is
we know who he's talking about.
Jose Davis, his former quarterback and so forth, is now the offensive coordinator. So you're the offensive guru giving it up to Jose to be the coordinator. But I will say this, though. You go back to the Richie Maneys and the Bobby Ross and stuff. We always talk about Bellaire passing. Bellaire's had stud running backs.
Right. We up until actually, if you look all the way back 100 years, didn't have a 1,000-yard rusher. I think Scott Pitts might have been the first one.
Yeah.
And you know, all those great teams never had a 1,000-yard rusher, and they couldn't throw. Well, then when we started throwing, people didn't like it at first, but then it actually opened up the running game as well. And then
your offensive coordinator may have changed some opinions with throwing the way he threw back in the day.
Well, we had a lot. We had Scott Woods. We had like 5 or 6 all-state quarterbacks. Ty Mastrelli was again with Jose. It's because by throwing the ball the way we did, it helped us run the ball. And we did run the ball, Richie Baby, Clint Lacondas.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of great running backs, too. So, and, Clint's, of course, back on the coaching staff. And so the guys on the coaching staff, I think Adam Quirk, who played for me at St. Clairsville, might be the only one who didn't play for Bellaire,
Well, that says a lot because it talks about the pride and the Bellaire tradition and what football means to that community.
That's right. All these guys had great success. Clint and Ty and Jose, went to the States. So, that's the thing. And when I talked on one of these places, we don't want about the 12 teams instead of 16. I would have rather voted for 8, believe it or not. But I'll go with 12.
Well, we remember when it was, 4?
4. And we had some hellacious teams that could have really made a lot of noise, but we couldn't get in. And then we upped our schedule, picked up the Brook and Ironton and West Holmes, and we went 10-0. And then we went to the state. When we got to the playoffs, we were like, I think the world of Steubenville, but we wanted to go on. We didn't want to play a game and wear a shirt that said playoff team. That wasn't. A couple of years ago, we went to the regional finals with Ray and Luke Hetherington. So when we get in there, we expect big things. Well.
Raekwon, tell me about your teammates. Tell me about this group of players because you know them better than even the coaches because you guys are all in it together, school every day, going through everything that you guys go through, whether it's in the classroom, whether it's on the practice field, in the game field. What is this group like? Why is this group special? Why are you guys going to be able to achieve this year?
I mean, we got a good group this year. They all like to lift hard, work out hard. We all take practice very serious. We got great leaders on this team. The senior class is pushing everyone to be great, and we share highs.
How big a key is that, is the senior class, to make sure that they're leading the way and pushing everybody?
What was it?
How important is that the senior class take ownership of leading the way and pushing the younger players to do what they have to do?
Oh, that's really big because, like, with them being here for the last 3 years, they already know what they expect. They already know what's going on, so they can show everyone else.
Who's this guy in the field?
Oh, that's me right there.
There you go. Took a shot going across the goal line. He jumped up and said, I'm going to shake that off.
I like that. You get a little swing pass out, getting him in space. How big is it to design plays to get him in space?
Jose's doing a great job of that. That's Jose's want to make sure that teams can't just gear up on him only. So we have other skilled people, a lot of skilled people.
Downfield blocking on that last run, outstanding.
Right. That's Casey Jonas right there. 56 right there.
Yeah, outstanding job.
Right, they take great pride in that, and that's we've had great coaches there too. But Ty does the most of the time with the wide receivers, so we're real proud of everything we do right there. Now this was a broken play for a touchdown, but we'll take it.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still 6 points in the paper the next day.
Yeah,
right. That's right. Well, Coach, your goals for this year. What do you lay on the table? I know some coaches don't like to talk about that, so if I'm prying a little bit, I'm okay with it.
That's okay.
So what do you think?
What do we say? One play at a time, one game at a time. That's it. We're real big on that. One play at a time, one game at a time. Last year, we had a disastrous game. At the fourth quarter, we're in a game. We're down by 6, but we had a bunch of injuries that were not football related. It was just late hits, and it was a terribly played game. And it took us numbers down, and then we would be in the first half of games. We just ran out of speed. And we're working on conditioning this year. Right now, this week, it's so hot.
Yeah.
We're careful, but we're going to be in better shape and trying to get guys breaks both ways. But last year we ran out of bodies, and it all came down to one game with late hits that weren't called and injuries that were not football related.
1 week at a time. 1 week at a time. If you win enough of them, you get to that state championship game.
Yeah, that's always our goal. Our schedules have always been good. Our schedule has been good. We're
going to take a time out, and we're going to talk about that schedule when we come back live from the Highlands Sports Complex.
Seven Ranges Entertainment and the Good House Sports Bar bring you the hottest venue in the Ohio Valley, along with the best ribs around. Stop in for all the action on NFL Sunday Ticket, along with some great pizza and wings. While you're here, visit the Valley's largest arcade with over 150 games, 12 lanes of bowling, 8 lanes of axe throwing, 9 holes of mini golf, and a backyard area. Book your next party or event now at 100 Mall Drive in Steubenville.
I was the first in my family to go to college.
I was looking to switch careers.
I wanted the highest quality, but most affordable option for a degree.
No matter where you are in life, West Virginia Northern Community College can make your dream of a college degree a reality. With over half of our students being first-generation college students and free tuition for many programs, Northern is the right choice for you.
I can go to college. West Virginia Northern Community College. You belong here.
Once widely used, asbestos has been known to cause lung cancer and mesothelioma. Asbestos manufacturers knowingly hid this truth, and today, many are suffering because of that deception. For over 40 years, Goldberg, Persky & White has fought to protect the rights of hardworking men and women from companies who knowingly place profits over health. At Goldberg, Persky & White, corporate deception has legal consequences. Accountability starts here. Contact GPW today for a free consultation.
At Value Leader Pharmacy, we've made getting your prescriptions easier than ever. Now, with the only drive-thru in Wintersville, you can pick up your medications without leaving the comfort of your car. Plus, enjoy our wide selection of over-the-counter products and services, fast, friendly, and right next door.
Are you in need of compliance packaging or a quick consultation? Our pharmacists are always here for you, ready to help you with personalized care. Visit us today at Value Leader Pharmacy. Your pharmacy, your way.
And well, we're back. Yeah, we are back. We are back. And I'll tell you what, John, because I'm very observant some days. I have a question for Coach Raekwon, and I'm curious. The star on the jersey. You have Big Reds. I mean, the uniforms, they are sharp. They're tight. But I'm just curious. The star on the jersey represents what?
You must not have heard the story, but a class of, I think, 2002 had a player named Bates who went to Iraq and was killed in the line of duty.
Okay.
And his people in his platoon got together and raised money for these shirts. And so we did it, and we have his number and taken care of. But we said we'll be Gold Star shirts, and the Gold Stars are for him and for what he sacrificed, and also being an ex-Big Red.
Now, as soon as I saw the Gold Star, I knew what it was, but I wanted to share it with everybody, and they look sharp, and that's a great way to honor him. So that's great, guys, that you have an opportunity.
Yeah, if you come in, you'll see a tribute to him right there on our field, and also
that's fantastic.
Let's take a look at this year's schedule for the Bellaire Big Reds, and you open up, you got a TV game. So, guys, you got a chance to show off right off the bat. Buckeye Local on a Thursday night at Buckeye Local. Nothing like jumping into it on a Thursday night right off the bat.
Yeah, our first 3 games will be on grass, and so we're scrimmaging on grass the week before. It seems almost like an anomaly now to play on grass, but Buckeye Local, Monroe Central, and then of course home we're in grass. But we like the schedule. Last year we kind of got stuck, and people really didn't want to come and play on Saturday afternoons. I don't blame them. And then it was kind of late when we made the final decision to get the lights. We got stuck playing Brownsville, 2-year deal, home and away. You don't see them on there. I told them we're not playing. We're not doing that again. It was so terrible.
Well, you had Fort Fry, too, I believe.
Fort Fry.
Was Garraway last year, too?
No, that was 2 years ago. But Fort Fry was in game 4, and at that point, it was only going to be a 1-year contract. And they didn't want to come up on a Saturday afternoon for a 1-year contract. I understood that one. So we couldn't get it. But I'd like to keep them on there because they're a great team. I think they're well coached, and they're fun to play against. But we got John Marshall in that 4 spot. And they had a good young team, and they have good coaches. And it's also 5 miles away,
That helps.
It's nice. It'll be a lot of fun to play them.
Coach, how you hear about it more and more. How difficult is scheduling? Because it seems like some teams are looking to get out of tough games. Other teams want the tough games, but it just seems like everybody's having a tough time with scheduling as we go.
You're right. There are some times you have like an objection to playing someone for a reason. But for the most part, people are looking to make easy schedules, and we don't want an easy schedule. We're not trying to water our schedule down. And you could see there a couple years ago when Ray played and we were good, there was some place out of the state of Ohio said that ours was the toughest schedule in the state of Ohio. We went to the regional finals. We started out terrible, not terrible, but not good. And when we got it under control and got to play, and it really helped us, who we were playing.
Hopefully you'll be doing that again this year as we need to take another timeout. Wish you guys nothing but the best this year. Have a great season. We'll take a timeout. John, take it away.
Coming back, Martins Ferry, Lindsley, Magnolia, Tyler, John Marshall, and Wheeling Park. We'll be back for the final hour after this.
Medicine. Here, it's more than a practice. It's a promise to get you home sooner and get you back out there. To push the boundaries of what convention says is possible. To stop at nothing, no matter what. That's why medicine is in everything we do.
Happy 4th of July from Powers Defensive Tactics. Your one-stop shop for everything firearms will be closed on the 4th, but come and see us when we reopen, because as a thank you to our customers and our nation, we'll pay sales tax on all sales on the 5th and 6th. We're a Class 3 dealer offering suppressors and free West Virginia handgun transfers. We also buy, sell, trade, and consign used firearms. So come visit Powers Defensive Tactics, your gun and training headquarters, located in Steubenville.
The following are based on actual accidents.
Honey, have you seen the cat? Honey, call Rumor Loudon.
Download the Severe Weather Team 9 app today and be prepared.
And welcome back to Highlands.
You
go
ahead.
ahead. No, you go. You want to do it?
Yeah, welcome back to
All right, go
Highlands
ahead.
Sports Complex. And this
We're just so excited about the riders being here now. We're ready to go.
Our buddy's here.
Yeah. Well, has he fixed his light?
I don't know.
Draft now, if you don't know what we're talking about, draft night for the NFL. We make some calls, talk to some coaches, and all of a sudden we notice Coach has a light right above his head. He was like he put himself in shadow, like he was a mystery man because he didn't have the light.
Yeah, we're
Then he didn't go and get it
interviewing
fixed.
a guy on a Zoom in the NFL draft show. A Zoom interview off a computer at his house,
Which
and
didn't
I
work.
look at the ceiling and his lights burn out. Have you changed your burnout light bulb?
Yes, but no, I have not
I
changed
thought,
that.
I thought you had a honeydew list the next day to go and get that done.
They're so long, though. You can only get so much
It's
accomplished.
true. It's always at the bottom.
I go with the big things, like putting out the fires in the kitchen.
Can you teach Colby to change a light bulb?
Yeah, I don't know. How many Kropkas does it take to change a light bulb?
Here's something big for you to do. A big list right now. We need to know everybody that came with you, Coach.
Jimmy
Introduce
Christmas.
everyone.
There's some football players here.
Yeah, there's a few. Okay, we got Lucas Shane here.
Hey,
Taysom,
Crop, put the mic in front of your mouth.
Taysom Palmer, Malachi Giles, Caden Holmes, Ethan Palmer, Colby Kropka, Jackson Leonard, Ja'Cory Cox, Nate Wasman, Jacoby Thomas, Joaquin Cox, Elijah Roby, Christian Shuttler, Santino Diardo. I almost called you Boyd because I coached his dad. That's how old I am. Alex Carpino, Gavin Mulvey, Jacob Thaker.
Can these guys play football?
They can. They can. As long as I don't screw them up, they can. They're okay.
I told you earlier this year, a lot of people expecting big things. What has to happen for this Rider football team to make big things happen?
Well, big things come from little things. I mean, we have to do little things right. I thought we did a really good job of that last year, doing the little things right. And I thought as the season progressed, we got better and better and better, which I think was evidenced more so in the loss to Poland than anything. You know, you're talking about a team that's won multiple state championships, and we went on the road and played and gave them everything they could handle.
What did you learn from that game? What did they learn?
Well, I don't know. We'll figure out what they learned here in a couple months. But I figured out we were a little bit better than I thought we were, and a little more mature than we were at the beginning of the season. I think if we play that game week one, I think we'd really struggle. But I thought we had to play so many kids as freshmen and sophomores that I thought the improvement of the team surprised me. I think the improvement of the program surprised me a little bit. I think we're a year or two ahead of schedule where I thought we'd be at this point, but that's a credit to these guys, and I have great assistant coaches from the junior high level up. We've been able to play kids young because they've been prepared so well by our coaching staff, starting with the junior high and then our position coaches and coordinators and the support of everyone around. I mean, it takes a lot to have that quick of a turnaround, and of course you have to have good football players, and we were fortunate enough to have a lot of those too.
Let's ask this guy. What did you guys learn from making the playoffs and going and playing up at Poland last year?
I mean, all the little things mattered. Nothing you cannot hide like someone's fault, like false.
Well, here's a question I got for you guys. The community, there's a love affair between the town and the high school football team. What is it about your community that makes it special to go out and play for? We always talk about the fans showing up and they're there. But what makes it special? Because I know you play for yourselves, you play for the guy next to you in the uniform. But when you run out and you see the past riders that are there, and you see, the big number on the board that's in the end zone, and we want to change that number as many times as we can. What's it like, that community, with the relationship that you guys have with them?
Well, Martins Ferry is a special place to play. I was fortunate enough. My son is the fifth generation. My great grandfather played there. My grandfather played there. My uncles played there. I played there. Now my son, and if you look around, a lot of these guys, their dads played there, and it becomes a culture of the community. And Martins Ferry football is known, state, if not nationwide. And there's a lot of pride in the community and the kids that grow up here. And that's the best part about these guys. I've known all of these guys since they were in diapers, and I know their dads and I know their grandpas. And there's something to be said about when you grow up in a community like that, that culture of pride and wearing that purple, and that's something that that makes Martins Ferry special, because you can't teach that, you can't trade that.
And what's that mean to you guys that are doing it now? Coach had his day, now his son's having his day, and you guys are all having your day. What's that mean to you guys?
Man, he pretty much said it all. I mean, it's great to have like a town behind you and everything. The tradition's amazing.
Yep, it's one of those things that's special, and as you can see, Martins Ferry isn't showing up with one or two guys down. They're showing up with the whole team, and you see the team here make some big plays.
This is the playoff game at Poland, and like you said, you guys really you went toe to toe with them for quite a bit.
Yeah, and that was an experienced football team and a good football team. And I was frankly surprised with how well our younger kids handled that. And, but I was thankful that how much better we got as the season went along.
This year's team, I expect the running game, but what can you hang your hat on?
Well, we're Martins Ferry, and anybody that played under Dave Bruni, which half the town has, we hang our hat on being physical, being a tough team, being the best conditioned team, being a team that, is going to bring it every day, any score, any down, no matter if it's the first team to the third team, we're going to bring it every day. And that's something that goes back to what we were talking about earlier, the culture of the community. And, we take pride in Ferry being a physical football team.
Let's take a look at the schedule coming up here, Coach. Is that TBA still a TBA? Or
no, we have. I thought that was a different school, Turner Broadcast Academy or something. I was going to put them on. But, no, that's Huntington Prep. They're coming here.
Huntington Prep, we see Melbourne there. Melbourne, traditionally a strong team. Of course, wrap it up at the end of the year with Bellaire, and a good matchup with Wheeling Central we'll have on the game of the week. That's a special Thursday game. Yeah. You guys in Wheeling Central. We're going to take a time out, be back with a bit more with Coach Kropka, and we're going to hear from the band director to see what's in store for the Purple Rider Band this coming year.
I'm Jamie Bordas. At Bordas & Bordas, we understand that car wrecks can be traumatizing in many ways. Medical bills pile up. You may be without a car. You don't know how to deal with the insurance company. We can help. Our goal is to make the process easier so you can focus on your health while we focus on your case. If you need help after a car wreck, give us a call. It would be our privilege to speak with you.
Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice.
7 Rangers Entertainment and the Good House Sports Bar bring you the hottest venue in the Ohio Valley, along with the best ribs around. Stop in for all the action on NFL Sunday Ticket, along with some great pizza and wings. While you're here, visit the Valley's largest arcade with over 150 games, 12 lanes of bowling, 8 lanes of axe throwing, 9 holes of mini golf, and a backyard area. Book your next party or event now at 100 Mall Drive in Steubenville.
With everything from excavators and skid steers with attachments to floor sanders and carpet cleaners, Tricor has over 300 rental items that you need to complete your project. They also sell a full assortment of top-of-the-line hand and power tools, abrasives, fasteners, and many other items to suit your industrial needs. Need something delivered? Tricor also delivers. Located a quarter mile north of Route 70, exit 208 in Morristown, Ohio. No job is too big or small. We have the tools you need.
Get your outdoor space ready for summer with a new patio cover from A.J. Gray. You won't have to worry about the weather ruining outdoor activities like cookouts, parties, or well-deserved relaxation. Call A.J. Gray today, where excellence meets your home, and kick back with your new patio cover.
At Rorig Financial, we always put you first, making your dreams a reality with a smart financial plan. We work for you, not Wall Street. Whatever you're saving for, college, retirement, a beach house, we can help you and your family throughout your lifetime.
And we're back with it more on Martins Ferry now. We talk about Purple Riders Stadium, the great atmosphere, and the great football tradition that is Martins Ferry. I talked to the band director, Julia Wayne, about what we can expect from the Martins Ferry Purple Rider Marching Band this year.
We haven't started this year yet, but we're looking at being about 41 members this year. So considering the size of the school, that's a pretty good number. And we're excited. We're doing a Lady Gaga show this year. So the kids are real excited, and I'm excited, and my instructors are all really excited for the show. And so we're looking forward to a really successful year. Well, last year we did a swing show, which we had a great time. It was a challenging show, and we had a great time with it. The student section really enjoyed it, I think. But this is something I think more of the students will be engaged in and enjoy, because who doesn't like Lady Gaga? I have a tendency to choose things that are more challenging than just your average halftime show. But for this year, I felt like, in my last 2 years, I want to build up the relationship, I guess, between the student section and the band members. And so I thought this might be a good way to do that. We have a booster organization that is wonderful. They provide a lot that we wouldn't be able to have without them. The community has kind of rallied around this situation we're in with not being able to go away to camp this year for unforeseen reasons. And so we're hosting camp at school, and, we're getting some people that are stepping up and donating, and, we have to arrange free time activities that we would have had at the campus where we would have gone to camp. And so, the support is really appreciated and very important to any program. We always participate in the OVAC Showcase of Bands. We are not a competing band, so we do our parades, Christmas parades and concerts, and, just if somebody calls and says, hey, we need this, then we pick up and we do. So performances, around Christmas time, or we've done, the kettle kickoff for Belmont County for the Salvation Army, and just wherever we're needed, that's where we go.
All right, the halftime show, Lady Gaga, the big song Poker Face, with Justin Kropka here with me today. And I'll tell you what, he's got a poker face. Can't tell, but they're going to be very, very good this year. We'll be back with more after this.
If you're a former or active coal miner who's worked or is currently working in an environment exposing you to potential breathing hazards, schedule your test for the Black Lung Clinic at WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital today. Call 304-843-3307 to stop black lung from stealing your time.
So, what do you think?
It is amazing how smoothly and quickly you get it to go up and down every single time.
I know, right? Wait a minute. You are talking about me, aren't you?
The garage door!
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Offering the highest quality garage doors and openers combined with expert installation and services. A superior garage door and opener installation is just a call away. C&R Garage Doors, a Clopay and LiftMaster authorized dealer.
Happy 4th of July from Powers Defensive Tactics. Your one-stop shop for everything firearms will be closed on the 4th, but come and see us when we reopen, because as a thank you to our customers and our nation, we'll pay sales tax on all sales on the 5th and 6th. We're a Class 3 dealer offering suppressors and free West Virginia handgun transfers. We also buy, sell, trade, and consign used firearms. So come visit Powers Defensive Tactics, your gun and training headquarters, located in Steubenville.
Hi, I'm Joe from Aerosich Heating and Cooling. It could be a hot one this summer. It's my job to keep you cool and comfortable on these hot summer nights.
Escape the summer heat with a new Trane air conditioning system.
Financing available on a Trane air conditioner and furnace.
Call to set up an appointment.
Staying cool in the valley is a cinch with Aerosich. Call us today.
Attention all active and former coal miners. If you worked or are currently working in an environment that exposes you to potential breathing hazards, a screening for respiratory health problems is recommended. Call WVU Medicine Reynolds Memorial Hospital at 304-843-3307 to schedule a screening today.
And it's Sports Friday on the go, high school football media version. It's a high school football Wednesday night from the Highlands Athletic Complex. Don Sloan, Bill Phillips.
And Don, it's not just tonight. It's Thursday night,
2 nights.
Friday night, 7 Rangers Entertainment. Tomorrow, 5 to 8, just like tonight, on Fox 9 and all of our streaming services. So you're going to be able to we're going to cover the whole valley of high school football teams. And right now, the cadets are in the house.
Head coach B.J. DePew and Lindsay Cadets. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
You got some football-looking dudes with you.
Yeah.
When I say dudes, I mean some dudes. So can we introduce the dudes?
You want them to introduce you? Want me to
introduce them.
Well, all right. I'm sitting here with the brains of the operation. This is our youngest player here in the group, a sophomore, Elliott Wade here. He's our center, so he's got to be the smartest guy on the field.
Coach, all right, he's the smartest guy on the field.
Yes,
Elliott, you take over. You do the rest of the introductions.
Appreciate that, Bill.
There you go.
On the end here is Darren McCormick.
And I need you to give a little description of what they're like as a player.
Oh boy.
He's always ready to go and do something. He's always driving, going to try and work somewhere.
I like it.
Chris Upton over here, he's just kind of, he's in the background, you know.
He's in the background.
He's somewhere.
He's in the background. Is he pushing everybody to get better?
He really is.
Okay.
He's in the background.
Right.
He's cheering everyone on.
He's got the best suntan on the team.
Remember. Two rules, guys. Have fun and always try your best. So make sure you're having fun with him, but push him. Make sure he's doing it. Okay.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
All right. Who we got 74 now?
Hayden Ward. He's left tackle, Raider left tackle. He's hurt right now, a little hurt. He's hurting, but he's always trying to drive other guys to go and work and compete. He's always screaming at other guys, getting them up.
Is he going to be ready for the season?
Absolutely. He's not like hurt, but
okay.
He's down for the count today.
Gotcha. All right.
We got Donovan Jones here. It's just same with the other guys. They're all just always trying to get other guys up, especially in the weight room.
So what you're saying is a bunch of dogs.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right.
We're all ready. We got
Big
Rocco
40
Trulos,
here. Who's Big 40?
Rocco
Tell me about
Trulos.
Him. All right.
He plays everywhere on the defense, and sometimes even on offense, he'll be a receiver.
All right.
Then we got Luca Trulos and Jackson Murray.
All right, guys. All right, hey.
You're a talker.
Nice job. I'll tell you what, Coach, you might be ready for TV.
Yeah.
Take Don's job.
You might have a podcast or something,
well,
man.
Yeah, there we
McAfee
go.
better look out.
There you go.
I didn't know Elliott was going to be in the chair, but these guys did a nice job electing him as a spokesperson, that's for sure.
Well, I'll tell you what, I put him on the spot. He was great.
He's a good one.
He was good. All right, Coach, where are we at? Not the season that the cadets want to have ever last year.
Right.
And just, that's one of those ones, Clint Hurdle, I'm going to go baseball manager, just shower it off. Just get rid of it. Just let it go. How do you turn the page to this season and it reverses itself?
There was a lot to unpack and digest from last year, that's for sure. And it's nothing that we're just going to walk away from and never think about again, because the lessons that we learned, you know, they're invaluable. We were a really young team going into last year with a challenging schedule. We knew that. And we were overmatched at first in the first couple of weeks, but the progress that we could see and those that watch us closely could see, you know, there's no doubt. It's hard to put into words that we had a great season given the record, but the progress that this group made, you know, really is second to none.
And that's something a coach and a coaching staff sees more than maybe the fans do and everybody following the team, because you're up close. You can see in practice week 1 to week 10 and how they play. What was the biggest thing, the biggest improvement that you saw as you went through the season?
It was in our younger classes. You know, our freshmen, sophomores, and juniors last year made great progress. I think it started to click even for us in the Big Red game midway through the season. We played a really good football game against Dover, who was a quality opponent last year, and then battled Parkersburg South and Kiski, and, you know, even gave Huntington something to think about there for a little while in week 10. But I got to give these guys a ton of credit. No matter whether you're winning or losing, going through 10, 11 weeks of practice is a grind, and it gets hard regardless of your results, and definitely even harder when you're not getting that taste of victory every now and then. So I give them a ton of credit. They've learned a lot from it. They got some battle scars now, and it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a different year.
Here's some highlights from last year, and your quarterback definitely a standout. Braden Wade, 2,000-yard passer. What do you expect this team to hang its hat on this year?
We'll be able to throw the ball again for sure. We want to be able to establish the run more so than we did last year, and we got a couple young backs that I think are going to make a difference, and a line that has more experience now. But we'll be counting on Braden's leadership running the offense, and we've got a really good group of receivers, many who are with us here tonight, for him to distribute the ball to. So we were just down at Fairmont State last week, and the playmaking ability of our wideouts in that 7-on-7 was impressive to me. I didn't expect us to look quite that good that early, so I'm looking forward to it.
Dover and Big Red again this year. We've got Big Red over at West Liberty. Great game for the game of the week. And who's your opener?
We opened with Westinghouse. We went to Pittsburgh last year, opened with Westinghouse.
It's called the house, Coach. The house.
They were a lot for us last year. They're a really good football program. They've come a long way. And we're hoping it's a little different when they come into the friendly confines of Lockhart Field and on a Saturday afternoon. It'll be a little different early in August there on a Saturday.
It's a nice-looking schedule,
I'm telling you,
that's a nice-looking schedule.
St. Clair's, Old Philly, Barnesville, other teams we hadn't mentioned. Great schedule. And we've got you on twice the game of the week, St. Clairsville game and the Big Red game. Lindsley Cadets, thanks for joining us. And we're taking a time out. We'll be back. We'll talk about Magnolia, Tyler, John Marshall, and Wheeling Park still to come.
I was the first in my family to go to college.
I was looking to switch careers.
I wanted the highest quality, but most affordable option for a degree.
No matter where you are in life, West Virginia Northern Community College can make your dream of a college degree a reality, with over half of our students being first-generation college students and free tuition for many programs. Northern is the right choice for you.
I can go to college. West Virginia Northern Community College. You belong here.
There's a Vermeer 504R Series baler for every size of hay operation. Are you a part-time hay producer looking for a baler with minimal setup? Go with the 504R Classic baler. Or maybe you're a high-output operator looking for the latest technology. It'll be the 504R Premium baler for you. If you're somewhere in between, that's where the 504R Signature baler comes in. Each one comes with a Vermeer 3-year pickup warranty.
See your local dealer. D&J Sales and Service 8 miles west of Cat is on State Route 22.
At WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center, our ER doors are always open. Emergency care at WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center means now care. It means every hour care, no exceptions. We are the only trauma-designated hospital in the Weirton-Steubenville area. We are always ready. You can always count on WVU Medicine Weirton Medical Center.
Heat up your summer with the cool sound of the blues. The 14th annual Sean Carney Blues for a Cure concert. WTOV9 is proud to support this must-see event and want you to join in and help WVU Harrison Community Hospital Foundation and the Harrison County Cancer Crusaders through 2 nights of free concerts. JP Soares Gypsy Blue Review featuring Ann Harris, John Namath and the Blue Dreamers, and much more. June 27th and 28th at Sally Buffalo Park in Caddis. For more information, visit bluesforacure.com.
And we are back live. Sports Friday on the go for the Highlands Sports Complex. And now we're going to talk about a couple of backyard rivals, Billy.
I love the pause you give.
Well, yeah, it's a dramatic pause.
Live.
Yes.
Yeah, I liked it. I'll tell you what. I think the Cadets are going to get themselves some wins this year.
That's the schedule. You want to go to a good game every week.
You're testing
Look
yourself.
at that Lindsley schedule. My word.
You're testing that.
Well, I'll tell you what. A couple teams we're going to talk about now. Backyard rivals, Wetzel and Tyler County. Let's hear from the coaches of the Magnolia Blue Eagles and the Knights of Tyler Consolidated.
We're excited. We finally have a senior-laden group. And this group's been working really hard, and we're starting to see them take that ownership that we've kind of been waiting on these past few years. They now know our system enough to where they can teach the young guys. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing that big step from even year 2 to 3 is they're comfortable enough now to take those leadership roles and run with it and really teach our incoming freshmen. So we're really happy with where they're at and how they're working. I mean, our number one goal, and this will always be true, is to get into the playoffs. I mean, we feel like we're a playoff caliber team. That's our number one goal. We feel once you get into it, everybody's got a shot. So we've had a lot of success at Magnolia in years past, even getting in as a lower seed and making big runs. You know what I'm saying? We feel we play such a tough schedule in terms of single A. With who we play, especially the high teams we play, that if we can just get into the playoffs, that we're going to be able to compete with anyone at that single A level. So that's our number one goal. We've preached that all off season, and that's what we're striving for.
You know, last season was, obviously our record wasn't as good as the season prior, but I felt like, from year 1 for me as a coach to year 2, we made big jumps. We upgraded our schedule. We played a tougher overall schedule. And, I think that made us better as a team when it came to the longevity of the season and having to dig a little bit deeper to come up with plays, to come up with wins. Didn't pan out for us in the postseason. We lost in the first round to Sherman. Wasn't our style of game. They showed up and played good ball. We struggled. But I think from last year to this year, we kind of made another jump in our schedule too. So, we're trying to, continually improve our skill and improve our opponents a little bit and, set us up as good as we can to be playoff ready when that time would come. We set a goal. First goal is win each day, and then win on Fridays, and then it resets. And then our long-term goal is make the postseason.
Okay, the head coaches of Magnolia and Tyler. We'd hope to hear from Coach Mike Flannery from River, but unfortunately Mike was unable to join us tonight for the show. After this break, we'll hear from John Marshall, and then following John Marshall, it'll be the Wheeling Park Patriots. We'll be right back.
Get your outdoor space ready for summer with a new patio cover from A.J. Gray. You won't have to worry about the weather ruining outdoor activities like cookouts, parties, or well-deserved relaxation. Call A.J. Gray today, where excellence meets your home, and kick back with your new patio cover.
Best of luck to all football players, band members, cheerleaders, and coaching staff from Dan Stevens State Farm Insurance. Call Dan Stevens at 740-633-5433 or 740-264-4449 to make an appointment today and have a great season.
Seven Rangers Entertainment and the Good House Sports Bar bring you the hottest menu in the Ohio Valley, along with the best ribs around. Stop in for all the action on NFL Sunday Ticket, along with some great pizza and wings. While you're here, visit the Valley's largest arcade with over 150 games, 12 lanes of bowling, 8 lanes of axe throwing, 9 holes of mini golf, and a backyard area. Book your next party or event now at 100 Mall Drive in Steubenville.
Medicine. Here, it's more than a practice. It's a promise. To get you home sooner and get you back out there. To push the boundaries of what convention says is possible. To stop at nothing, no matter what. That's why medicine is in everything we do.
Your Severe Weather Team 9 experts are everywhere.
And we're back live at the Highlands Athletic Complex, Ohio County, Wheeling, West Virginia.
Fabulous facility.
Oh, this is phenomenal. This is an indoor, all-purpose, multi-whatever facility. Yeah. We're joined now by Mark Caesar, head coach of the John Marshall Monarchs, and he's always, his dad, Dave Caesar, was one of the coaches I had the best relationships with. Legendary coach, and he always called him Marky, so you're always going to be Marky to me. I saw you play football, and you were a tough nut, a tough son of a gun, and good to see you, my friend.
It's good seeing you guys.
All those things he said. Mm-hmm.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having us on.
Thanks for coming in, and I'm gonna just jump right in.
Absolutely.
We want to know who you brought with you today, Coach. So can you introduce us?
Yes, I'll introduce you. Right next to us is Mason Markinich. He'll be our middle linebacker this year. He'll be taking over for All-Stater Maverick LeMaster. So pretty big shoes to fill. And I'll go through and name some of these other guys. Kane Martin, Diggy Knapp, or Caden Knapp, it's called Diggy. Landon Snyder, Xavier Wells, Briar Hott, Zeke Young, Kyle Williams, Jacob Caesar, and Dalton Cooper.
Now, are these the ingredients that get you guys where you want to be?
I hope it's the ingredients. We only got one lineman here. Another kid's on vacation. I think the line's going to kind of be our ingredients. These are the skilled guys and guys that we're going to require on to make some plays for us. So hopefully this is the right ingredients. We hope.
The line's on a fishing trip, so
they're getting ready. They're getting prepped. Tell me about your new middle linebacker that's got some big shoes to fill. How is he going to be as a signal caller, because he's the quarterback on defense?
He's going to do an outstanding job. He started all last year, obviously, as a junior. He played a little bit as a sophomore. Hard-nosed, not afraid to stick his nose in. So he's been there. He's been in the fire. Had almost, I think, about 100 tackles last year. So he's not afraid to stick his nose in, make plays. Actually had a fumble returned, picked up and ran one in for a touchdown last year. So has a nose for the ball. Will be all over the field. Hopefully these guys can help him out a little bit and make some tackles. And we had an outstanding year last year defensively. People said you only won 2 games last year. We were 2-8, but I think 4 or 5 of those were by a touchdown or less when we were in several games.
You got better as the year went on.
We got a lot better as the year went on. And the schedule wasn't easy. But it's pretty much the same schedule. We picked up some new teams this year. Back in the Valley a little bit would be nice to go across river and play Bellaire, play Weirton again. So that'll make it nice. But he'll be outstanding for us, and he'll be a great job on defense. He'll also be a fullback for us on offense.
I'm going to ask him about the defense. Coach, doing that coach speak they always talk about. Tell me about the defense. Tell me about your guys. Tell me about the guys on your defense and on your offense.
I'd say we got about 3 or 4 guys coming back on defense, and I think the guys filling in, they're just as good as we had last year. I don't think it'll be any difference. I think we'll have a good year on defense, and I think on offense we got a lot of our skill positions back. Like Coach said, the line pretty much they're all new, but I think they're all solid and strong kids, and I think they'll do a great job.
Coach, is he going into broadcasting?
I don't know, but that was pretty spot on.
That was good.
I wrote down before we came up, I think we have about 4 or 5 possible guys on defense, and we have 7 returning on offense. So that was pretty good, and I didn't tell them anything about this.
That was good.
What do you expect this team to do well in football terms? I mean, your dad's teams back in the day at Magnolia, I mean, yeah, he loved the gadgets and the fanciness and all that.
They're hard
but when he needed, he had teams. If he had a lineup in Smash Mouth, he would do that as well. What can this team do?
Well, hopefully we'll be able to do that. We got to run the ball. We can't we turned the ball over too much last year. We can't turn the ball over this year. Hopefully we can change it up a little bit. I think we got one of the best sophomore tailbacks probably in the state. Dalton Cooper's been outstanding. I mean, had 2 tremendous games last year when he finally became the starter week 9 and 10. He ran for 280 something and then ran for 195 against Park. So hopefully we can go from there and then sprinkle in some of this and sprinkle in some gadgets and do some good things. Hopefully defensively we keep, we stay in games. But I think last year our seniors taught us how to compete and come to work and work hard. Every Monday, we busted our butt every Monday. So, it didn't matter if, we got beat the week before. We came to work and we worked our butt off, and we knew come Friday night we're going to give somebody everything they could handle. And we did that every week. Our seniors taught these guys that. Hopefully this carries over, and I think it will because we got a bunch of, guys that worked hard in the weight room, great off season. So hopefully that carries over.
Well, let's take a look at the schedule and who's new from last year. I see Marietta on there. Kaiser, take us through your schedule.
Well, Marietta down there last year, they ended up beating us by 7 last year, and we were definitely in that game. We turned it over 3 times inside the 10, but they'll come to our place this year. We're excited about that. Weir's new again. They dropped us for a while. They're back. Belaire's new again. We're excited about that. Excited about playing 2 OVAC teams.
Yep.
Parkersburg South will be physical as can be, as usual. We just signed Warren Local again. That's a good rival for us. This will be our 3rd straight year playing them. Then we got Kaiser, which is a heck of a trip, 4 hours. That's a tough one. Let me go back. We love playing Brook. Brook loves playing us. Fairfield Union was a good game last year. They got us by 7 at our place. We got Point Pleasant down there last year. They're at our place this year. And Wheeling Park at our place this year. So, it's a good schedule. We should be competitive with that schedule. There's obviously we made some changes last year. We also made some changes this year, picking up Weir and Bellaire, 2 AVAC schools, which you love when you don't travel.
Yep.
You love when your fans can go and support you. They love playing Kaiser, but Kaiser's 4 hours away.
It is.
Too many grandmas and grandpas going to Kaiser and girlfriends. So.
That's a long bus trip. We're going to take a time out. When we come back, we're going to hear from the John Marshall leader of the band, Tracy Philbin. We'll be right back.
So, what do you think?
It is amazing how smoothly and quickly you get it to go up and down every single time.
I know, right? Wait a minute. You are talking about me, aren't you?
The garage door!
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Offering the highest quality garage doors and openers combined with expert installation and services. A superior garage door and opener installation is just a call away. C&R Garage Doors, a Clopay and LiftMaster authorized dealer.
At Value Leader Pharmacy, we're all about convenience and care. Need a vaccine? No appointment needed. Just walk right into our state-of-the-art facility and we'll take care of you quickly and professionally.
Whether it's the flu, COVID, or any of your other vaccination needs, we've got you covered. Plus, enjoy the benefits of our drive-through, over-the-counter products, and personalized pharmacist consultations.
Value Leader Pharmacy, where health and convenience meet.
No appointment, no hassle, just care when you need it.
National law firms boast about their size and recovery amounts, but choosing a non-local firm puts you at a disadvantage. For those suffering from lung cancer or mesothelioma, finding an experienced, knowledgeable asbestos law firm is paramount. Goldberg, Persky & White knows the local court systems and the local job sites. Unlike out-of-town firms, there's only one chance to recover. Don't equate a large national firm with better justice. Goldberg, Persky & White, your local asbestos attorneys.
I'm Jamie Bordas. At Bordas & Bordas, we understand that car wrecks can be traumatizing in many ways. Medical bills pile up. You may be without a car. You don't know how to deal with the insurance company. We can help. Our goal is to make the process easier so you can focus on your health while we focus on your case. If you need help after a car wreck, give us a call. It would be our privilege to speak with you.
Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice.
And welcome back to the Highlands. It is Sports Friday. On the go, Wednesday night special edition. We have Thursday night, Friday night as well at Seven Ranges Entertainment in Steubenville, and it is high school football. Believe it or not, Don, we're still in June.
Yes, we are.
But we can start the season tomorrow. I think we're in mid-season form already.
Everybody's working, the band, the football team, the cheerleaders. And tell me here, Coach Caesar, we've got your band director here, Tracy Philbin, and just about the importance of the band to your program and the spirit of the school.
Oh, they do an outstanding job. The thing that I enjoy they do the most is every Friday they go through the hallways and, they play the fight song and stuff, and people come out and cheer, get pumped up a little bit. It's something nice. They've done that since I've been head coach, so we enjoy it. My kids down in my class enjoy it, and I think the kids in the school enjoy it. So that's something that provides some juice and some enthusiasm, and they do an outstanding job, and they do an outstanding job on Friday night also.
And Tracy, tell me about your band and the numbers and people that come to the games. What new can they see this year?
Well, we're super excited always to start a new year. One always bleeds into the next. So numbers are looking good this year. We have more than we've had in quite a while. So we're in the 60s this year is what we're looking at. And our halftime show is sure to be very exciting. Some recognizable tunes, Higher Ground, Creep, Umbrella Beach. So inevitably we kind of see what the kids want. Our student section gives us some suggestions. Sometimes the guys give us some suggestions of things that get them pumped up, and that's our purpose there on Friday nights.
And how big is it for the band to get the student section and so forth to really create that environment?
It's huge. We're in the bleachers right beside the student section and also the cheerleaders and the dance team. And so we're all working as one big unit to root on the guys.
What, anything, obviously the football Friday nights, but anything else on the horizon for your band?
We always have, lots of activities. There's always some parades scattered in there, Christmas parades and whatnot. Big traditional holiday celebration of Monarch Tidings, where we collaborate with our orchestra program, choir program, and our broadcasting program, records and puts that out for everyone at the holiday season.
Don, I have a question. It's going to be this. We hear, you talk to football players, you talk to coach. Yeah, I get butterflies. I get nervous before I get on take the field. Tell me about the band. Do you have any of the kids that you're like, all right, he or she may pass out, they might get sick, and do you have that energy, that nervousness because it's a big performance when they're getting ready to go out on a Friday night?
That's definitely a thing, especially for the freshmen. It's pretty intimidating to step out onto the turf after we've been rehearsing on grass all summer. There's a definite temperature difference, so we go out there and it feels different under your feet. Turf as opposed to natural grass. And so, sometimes we get out there a little bit early and then that leads to standing still. And it's, always like, hey, don't lock your knees. We don't want anyone passing out before we get going.
One other question, just comparing the two. Yeah, we always talk about senior leadership, the upperclassmen leading the way for the younger players. Is that the same in the band?
Absolutely. They don't necessarily have to be seniors, although, it's a natural thing for kids to make their way through the programs, and you end up getting your juniors and seniors that are really setting the tone and acting as role models for our expectations, and excellence is always the expectation.
Now, here's what I want to know. He might have an issue. Hey, my quarterback graduated, my tailback. What happens if all of a sudden you lose your two main trombone players, your trumpet player? What do you do to make sure that doesn't happen?
That's a bummer. But with athletics, you're always kind of cross-recruiting within the group that you have who's a good kid that can do multiple things. So you're reaching out to those kids. You're always kind of planning ahead, looking down the road like, yeah, this senior class is great, but we have to be looking ahead to the future.
How about this one? So you have your traditional instruments you see in a band. Somebody shows up with a French horn. Or, I can play the electric guitar. How do you solve? Oh, yeah, I've seen the electric guitar before. The French horn you don't see too often. But how do you make that adjustment to make it work so that student can take part in being in the band and it benefits the band?
Yeah, totally. We have a place for everybody. French horn is not a crazy instrument, but in marching season, it's called a mellophone. It just looks a little bit differently. And we have 3 this year. 3 marching French horns or mellophones.
Oh, wow.
So
I hit on the right instrument.
There you go.
The mellophone.
Good job.
I just learned something new. I had no idea it was the mellophone when you're in the band.
We teach all the time.
There you go. See, she's got it going on. All right.
And Coach, we leave you with this. How important is that relationship between the band, the football teams, the whole community spirit between everybody?
That's very important. everybody's got to get along, first of all. I mean, and everybody's rooting for each other. Like, we root for the band roots for us. You know, it's all about the community. It's all about the school. We want to do good things for John Marshall. That's the main thing, and for our kids. I mean, that's we're trying to provide a good, positive atmosphere, whether it's on the field, in the classroom, in the hallways, in the community. So it's important for all of us to get along and work together.
I wish you guys a great 2025 season coming up in school year.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for joining us. And when we come back, we'll be talking with the Wheeling Park Patriots about the park football program for this upcoming year. We'll be right back.
I was the first in my family to go to college.
I was looking to switch careers.
I wanted the highest quality, but most affordable option for a degree.
No matter where you are in life, West Virginia Northern Community College can make your dream of a college degree a reality. With over half of our students being first-generation college students and free tuition for many programs, Northern is the right choice for you.
I can go to college. West Virginia Northern Community College. You belong here.
This 4th of July, as we mark America's 249th birthday, RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Newell, West Virginia is celebrating our first birthday. We're offering unbeatable savings with huge sales on our entire lineup of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and pre-owned vehicles. Whether you're looking for adventure or power, we've got the solution for you. As always, we're the Valley's leader for your trade. We'll trade anything. These deals won't last. Visit us at RC Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where our only focus is you.
Medicine. Here, it's more than a practice. It's a promise. To get you home sooner and get you back out there. To push the boundaries of what convention says is possible. To stop at nothing, no matter what. That's why medicine is in everything we do.
When summer weather and good music come together, it's time for the Fort Steuben Concert Series.
This year, the Center of Music and Art is excited to sponsor a new season of concerts.
It's the best way to celebrate summer with family and friends.
Each concert is free to the public, and we encourage you to attend one or all of them. Don't miss Taylor Joe and the Copper Creek Band with the Billy Price Band.
Join us this summer for the Fort Steuben Concert Series.
Sponsored by WTOV9 and the Center of Music and Art.
And we are back live, they tell us, and we're at the Highlands Sports Complex. It is Sports Friday on the Go, high school football media days. Bill Phillips, Don Sloan, Doc, and Brennan Wack. Last year's Player of the Year in the Big 22. What's up, big guy?
What's up?
Where's the trophy?
It's in my room right now.
And where's the other one? At the school?
I think so, yeah.
Pretty nice trophy, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach Chris Doherty, you got a lot of football-looking dudes here. Can you introduce us to everybody you have here tonight?
Oh, number 17, we got Michael.
You got to say their name, too.
Yeah. And here's the deal, Coach. If they're hiding in the back, because Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa, they want to see the faces. So they have to make sure you guys are getting some airtime, all right?
We got 17, Michael Nieder. We got Preston Hetherington. We got Nate Hodge. Next to him, we got Isaac Sands. We got Ruben Rouse, number 50. We got Jed Hunley. We've got Jay Bordas. We got Nolan Yanchek, Caden Fortney. We got Scott.
He almost had the A. He almost had the A.
Quentin Scott. Almost said his dad's name.
Okay.
We got Ronnie back there. And we got Dietrich. We got McCourt. Where we got? We got Liam Waldeck. Channing Barry. We got, gosh, I'm going.
Coach, I don't want to say. Well, I'm going to speak for the guys right now. I'm going to say this. You got some push-ups next practice.
I'm telling you.
Let's give him some up-downs, guys.
No shortage of numbers.
Yeah.
No shortage of numbers.
No.
Last year, I mean, we do the Sports Friday on the Go on Friday nights. Man, every week you were one of our featured games.
Yep, absolutely.
You were a fun football team to watch, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's not always fun for the coaches. But it's fun for the fans.
Oh, we like big plays and lots of score.
Yeah. No, when you look at last year, we didn't really know what we had and where we were. We weren't returning a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of question marks everywhere, and we had to find those people. Thank goodness these guys stepped up, and a lot of the guys that are here today, that was their first time in the fire. And but this guy to my left did a lot to help us, especially early in the season, and continue to grow and get a little bit better.
Speaking of growth, you could see that in game one. From the first quarter to the end of the game, you could see the growth in just everyone. Okay, wait a minute. Let's slow this down a little bit. We can handle this. And then week 1 to week 2, like they always say, big, but it just seemed like every week you kept growing as a team on both sides of the football.
Yeah, and again, our running game was our offensive line and Brendan were able to kind of buy us some time. But we got a little bit better and a little bit better every week. But our schedule is not easy. And so we didn't get a day off. We didn't get a Friday off that we, just got to kind of clean ourselves up and relax. We didn't get any of that.
But that made you better as a team. And there's a lot of teams that get those a few weeks like that, and then they get in the playoffs and they get kicked right in the teeth.
Yeah.
You guys were ready to go.
We really were. We were probably better at that point of the year than we were at any point, earlier. And this is a really good Huntington team that we're watching, and a lot of people thought they were the favorite to win the state.
That was a video game. There was so much scoring in that game.
And then the snow comes in the middle. It was a great game to play in and coach and watch, but we had them beat, and we kind of gave it away there at the end.
The best part of tonight for the 3 hours is when the highlights come on and everybody's talking. All the players are talking. Oh, I remember, the whole thing. Brendan, the highlights that you're seeing. Tell me about the linemen that are opening those holes for you because they were creating some big. Now you helped make some holes yourself, but they really did a nice job for you.
Yeah, they were a huge part of my success. I think they just opened up some huge holes and I just ran through them.
Looking for that this year? Same, you're going to have some, I'm sure a few different parts, but same thing. You're expecting that from them?
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of guys are going to step up and we'll be just fine.
And throwing the ball, we just see a couple of touchdown passes there. How do you expect this offense to evolve this year?
I said earlier, we ran the ball more than we would normally run at Wheeling Park. But credit to Jay Bordas. He got better as the year went on. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think the growth from sophomore to this year is going to be exceptional. I'm the only one that's seen that so far in his teammates. But I think he's going to allow us to get back to a 50-50, 60-40 type of game, which is where we want to be if we can be.
Well, we're going to take a time out. Be back with more on the Wheeling Park Patriots here on Sports Friday on the Go.
When you need electrical work, get it done right by the most qualified electrical contractors and tradesmen around. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. IBEW 246, trained to electrify.
Tired of paying full price at the pump? With Smith Oil's mobile app, you get rewarded every time you fuel up, get exclusive rewards, and save money all in one place. It's not just about gas. There are even rewards for drinks and more inside the store. Saving money has never been so easy or rewarding. Download the Smith Oil app today and start earning rewards that fuel your journey. Smith Oil, fuel up, save more, smile bigger.
Seven Rangers Entertainment and the Good House Sports Bar bring you the hottest menu in the Ohio Valley, along with the best ribs around. Stop in for all the action on NFL Sunday Ticket, along with some great pizza and wings. While you're here, visit the Valley's largest arcade with over 150 games, 12 lanes of bowling, 8 lanes of axe throwing, 9 holes of mini golf, and a backyard area. Book your next party or event now at 100 Mall Drive in Steubenville.
Hey, Chuck, I can't talk too long. Rumor Loudon's here to fix my air conditioner. Man, they really got here fast. What seems to be the problem?
Well, sir, you forgot to take the cover off your AC unit.
Oh, hey, Chuck, you're not going to believe this one. Honey, Call Rumor Loudon.
When you need electrical work, get it done right by the most qualified electrical contractors and tradesmen around. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers.
IBEW 246, trained to electrify.
And welcome back to the Highlands, the Indoor Sports Complex. It's not only indoors, Don, it's outdoors as well. Fields outside, anything you want to do. You want to play basketball, volleyball, you want to do football, baseball, you can do it indoors, outdoors. We have batting cages, lacrosse fields, soccer fields. It's got everything you could possibly want. And right now what we want is more with the Wheeling Park Patriots. So let's get started with their schedule.
Yeah, let's take a look and see who the Park Patriots play. I assume that is Parkersburg South. Correct. And then Spring Mills. Now, you played Spring Mills last year. People may not know much about Spring Mills, but they're a growing school out in the Eastern Panhandle.
Yeah, that whole Eastern Panhandle is growing. They're building schools. It's probably the only part of West Virginia that's happening. Mm-hmm. And they've got talent, and they're going to return some talent. I think that will be one of the top 5, 6, 8 schools in the state of West Virginia, pretty consistent now, that wasn't there 10, 15 years ago. Musselman's just like them. They're out there and they're right next to them. They were down a little bit last year, but they won't be down for very long.
And your first game of the week is September 26th, St. Clairsville. You've got them at home. That's always a Donnybrook when you two play.
Absolutely. Great staff, always has talent. We've been able to win the last handful, but it's not like anybody runs away with that game. It's always
a good one. Always a good one. And, Coach, later on in the season, Steubenville Big Red at Harding Stadium. Another game
at
on TV?
Harding Stadium. Yeah. That's just enough said, right?
Yeah.
They're great. They're coached well. They got great players, but then you got to go into their place.
But then you just turn around and say, oh, here's another rival.
Right. And and before that, Fairmont was one of the best teams in the state last year. I thought they're back on, and Morgantown's Morgantown, and a big school, Butler, out of Pennsylvania.
Now, when you're doing your schedule, do you look at it? I want to have a schedule that is tough because it's going to make us better, and if we want to make a run, we need to be playoff tough as we go into the postseason, because sometimes you see teams that, okay, we're going to sprinkle a softer game here, softer game there, and then get in the playoffs and they pay for it.
Sometimes I wish we had the luxury of sprinkle, but we don't. And I think our kids that play at Wheeling Park, they know that. Mm-hmm. They know that we're night in, night out. We're 50-50. We could lose the game. We could win the game. They're going to have to show up and play. I do believe that helps you when the do or die comes in the playoffs. But sometimes it hurts you in the state of West Virginia. You play a really strong schedule, and then you go in the playoffs, and you got to play someone right off the rip. And that's happened to us. And that's kind of frustrating, sometimes, because I think we're in the top 5, but here we are sitting at 12, and we got to go play somebody that's in the top 5 right up, So,
and a lot of times it's a road trip. If you're on the road in West Virginia, you got some long road trips in the playoffs. Right. You're 4A now. Is that going to change any scheduling, so forth, affiliations in the future?
I hope not. I give John Marshall credit. They stayed on, and because they're in 3A now, and so that's a game that we want to keep. They want to keep it, and it stayed on. For us in 4A, we're dealing with the same people that we were dealing with anyway, so it hasn't changed us a whole lot.
Okay. Coach, the ingredients in this group, what do you like best about this group? What do they bring to the table that you just think, you know what, I like this group. We'll see how they grow, but what they have right now, this is what I think they do best, or they're going to work best together.
Right. I just told this group about last week they care about each other. They're not individuals. I've coached some kids. I hate to say it. I've coached some kids that if they have a good night and we lose, I'm not sure they hurt quite the way they should. And if we win and they don't have a good night, I know they hurt. These guys hurt if we lose. If we win, then it's
everybody's
great.
happy.
Yep, and it's hard to coach a team like that anymore. You don't see it all the time because all this social media makes everything individualized.
Yep.
And so I'm proud of where these guys are and what they think about each other.
At the beginning, I don't know if you named everybody. Did we get everybody?
Briar Works.
Where are you at, Briar?
Briar.
Wave.
And Caden Coyle.
Where's Caden? Wave your hand.
There we go.
Let's see your face. Where you at, Caden Coyle?
There we
All
go.
right, so we got everybody now?
It's got it.
Has everybody gotten some FaceTime?
Who's the dude with the 2 chains here? He looks
Nolan
like
Yanchek.
He's like Clark Kent Superman with his glasses.
He really does. He's our catcher, too.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, Brennan, what can this team do? What does this team have to do to have a great year?
I think we just got to be consistent week in, week out, and then just do what we do.
Where did you come up with this running style? You're like a bowling ball. I mean, the first tackle does not bring you down. I've seen more, bap, and then, on forward for a big game.
Yeah, I think I just work hard in the weight room, just have good balance and good contact balance.
Well, that's what Bill and I try to have good balance.
That's right.
Good vision, bad hearing, because when they tell us to wrap up, I don't
Hey,
hear
Don,
you.
wrap it up.
I think
They're
we
telling
are
us to
done.
wrap it up.
So you want to say good night, Bill?
Good night.
We'll see you all again
Tomorrow.
Same bat channels, different place though. 5 to 8 tomorrow night on Fox 9. It was fun. We got 2 more days of this. We'll see you tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.
Gentlemen, thanks. Have a great season.
At Rorig Financial, we always put you first, making your dreams a reality with a smart financial plan. We work for you, not Wall Street. Whatever you're saving for, college, retirement, a beach house, we can help you and your family throughout your lifetime.
Medicine. Here, it's more than a practice. It's a promise.